And we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Monday live stream where I answer your questions about cell phone plans, try and help you save the absolute most amount of money on your cell phone bill, or perhaps get the latest and greatest devices at the best prices possible. We have already so many amazing friendly faces in the chat today. Welcome everyone. We have Kevin here. Kevin, great to see you. Kev GF, great to see you from Northwestern Connecticut. Connecticut is a beautiful state. Absolutely love that area. We got Voodoo 1013. What up, what up, what up? Yeah, ready for some cellular money Monday? Great to see you. Scott is here. iPhone day tomorrow. Yes, I am curious how many people will be watching the iPhone event tomorrow. I think it's going to be, I always love those events. They're well done. They're well choreographed. The filming is nice. The crazy thing is it's going to be shot on iPhone, right? Like this is another sort of commercial for Apple for their phones. And yeah, I do love Apple. I love the events. I'm stoked for it. I'm curious. Let me pop into YouTube Studio right now. Let me also tweet this out. Make sure people know that we are live and we are chatting about cell phone plans actively right now so they don't miss it. I mean, this is their opportunity to save money, right? That's what we want. We want to help people save money and answer their questions. So let me quickly grab that link and toss it on the Twitterverse. What else got in the chat here? Max is stoked, super stoked for the orange iPhones being announced tomorrow. Yeah, Max, I'm very curious. I think the problem with a lot of renders and leaks is, quite frankly, they're not accurate when it comes to the color renditions of the phones. And they always look better and better. So the leaked versions look the worst. The ones that you see on Apple's website look pretty good, medium tier. And then you see them in person and you actually get an idea of what the devices look like. And usually they look awesome in person. So I'm very, very excited and curious to see what they look like. I think I've gotten gray, or what did I get? Yeah, I got the sort of space black one last year. Great color. It's a classic, right? It's a classic. Not very exciting though. I am kind of curious. I heard there's going to be a blue color, perhaps similar to the blue MacBook Air. And I might be interested in that one. We'll see. I'm very curious what happens and what other colors people are interested in here. So let me quickly tweet this out. I am live right now, answering your questions about cell phone plans. Come join. Boom. If you guys see this, you could retweet it or something. Let me add an image. I never know if the social media apps prefer the images or if you can just post a link. I feel like they don't really boost the links, is what I think. So we'll throw an image on there and publish. I'm also curious if I can enter YouTube Studio and get some polls going because I'm just really curious. All right, Kitsune, great to see you here. Already coming in with a question. Hey, Stetson, what do you think about Boost selling out to Starlink? Man, it's a mixed emotions. One, Boost did something really cool. They built a 5G Open RAN network, technically impressive. It was awesome. But they weren't really doing very well. They were like a fish out of water. They're up here and they were flapping around and they were doing stuff and they were running out of oxygen. Fish need oxygen, but they just can't breathe air. They were fish out of water. Like they had the foundations in place. They just needed to be, pushed back into the water so they could swim. And they weren't swimming. They were flapping around. So I think it's good. I hate to say it. I do think AT&T will put the resources to better use. And if you also think about like, what did Dish do? They covered everyone who already has coverage on AT&T, T-Mobile, or Verizon. Like there was no net new coverage really added, just a new network. They weren't really competing on device deals or price. You could get a family plan at a better price from AT&T than you could on Boost Mobile. So I hope that this is the right path for consumers and everyone, and it benefits us in the long term. I'm a little bit sad to see them go, but it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, I also want to go into, let me see, content, live. How do I enter? Here we go. Boom. So I think I can, great, I see the chat. That's awesome. I can insert ads. Oof, won't be doing that. What I really want to do is like do a poll. Pop out chat, send feedback. Can I do engage with your audience? Start a poll. That's cool. All right, will you be watching the Apple event tomorrow? Boom, start poll. Let's see what's going on if people are going to be watching. Max, do you think you'll switch from your Pixel to an iPhone 17 when it comes out? So yes, if you missed the story, who challenged me to this? We should go back into the live streams and figure out who it was. But someone challenged me to switch to a Pixel, and by golly, I did it. This is my personal device. You can see it says, actually you can't see anything because Logitech's focusing is awful. I don't even know how to get it to fix. There it is. You can see US Mobile. That's my personal line. MobileX. That is what I'm testing out right now. I moved over. I transferred everything from my iPhone to my Pixel phone. I made a post on Twitter about it that went semi-viral, which was cool. Things I liked, all of my applications switched over and were in the same folders and in the same places. So I kind of got like my setup already going right now, and that was super cool to see. Things I dislike, quite a lot of them actually. Switching to Pixel has made me realize how nice iPhone is. So Max, to directly answer your question, I'm sticking to Pixel for at least the next 30 days, potentially the next 60 days, give it its full trial period. I have been using, you can see it charging over there, I have been using the Pixel Watch 2 for tracking activity and workouts, but there was a software update and that guy has been literally updating all day. Very slow, horrible watch. Maybe I should stop wearing the watch because I think it's dampening the experience of the phone itself. I will continue to use this for 30 to 60 days. And then, yes, I think high probability I will switch back to iPhone. But I will pick up an iPhone on launch, of course, to compare. I finally have like 5 Verizon lines and 5 AT&T lines. So I can do some proper modem comparisons with these new devices. Very excited to test that out. Josh is here saying, sup. Scott is saying, pretty sad regulators decided to listen to Dish instead of trying to make US Cellular a viable fourth competitor. Now Dish is out of the game and US Cellular was gobbled up by the big three. Yeah, it is kind of sad, but at the same time, US Cellular also wasn't really competing. Like my friend Roger Etner, he does great telecom analysis. And I mean, like, what did US Cellular do? Instead of really competing, they kind of retreated into this small regional space. And then T-Mobile came and infiltrated the regional space, and it was hard to compete. The big guys were competing well. So there is a reason we kind of have the big three, and it's because building cellular networks is expensive. It's challenging. We have a lot of people here in the United States that need coverage, and they're pretty aggressive and competitive now that they have the infrastructure set up and in place. Voodoo 1013. Have you ever heard of New York Mobile? You can pick very sought after 212 area code numbers. The catch is you have to pay monthly or yearly licensing fee to get the number. I have heard of them. I think that could be compelling for businesses. Not something I'm particularly keen on. Kyle's here. Hello. Ethan. Hello. Maxwell's here. Great to see you, Maxwell. Mike. Hello. Jacob. 212. Mark is here. Hello. V-Graphs. Great to see you. Hey Stetson, how do you feel about Plug going into the cellular space? I didn't know Plug went into the cellular space. Quickly Googling that on the side here. Okay, I'm not getting results on that. So not sure what to think, but if you have more details, let me know. Sahuith. Hey Stetson, I am waiting for a 17 Pro. Awesome. And I was wondering if I would get a deal like Pixels on us, like Pixels on US Mobile for iPhones. So unfortunately, I do not think US Mobile will be doing deals on iPhones. I mean, if you go to their shop page, they don't even sell iPhones right now, I don't think. And if they do, it's definitely like refurb. So let's do shop. Let's also go ahead and add this to the stream so you guys can see it. Bam. Share screen, window, this window, share. Here we got it. So you can see US Mobile site. What are they selling? Of course, it is their, wait, up top, it is their home phone service. Okay, interesting. Didn't really know they had that, but they have it. They're selling their Pixels. They're doing epic deals on Pixel 10. These are still going on. Pixel 10 for $419. That is insane. 10 Pro for $669. 10 Pro XL for $789. Just unbelievable. S25, this is a good deal. It's on the edge though. That's okay. Pixel 9 for $300. Like, that is incredible. Pixel 9, SIM starter kit, Maestro 3, no idea what that is. We have a flip phone for, I guess, students, and we got some SIM cards, right? Is there an iPhone here? I'm not seeing the iPhone. Yeah, guys, I don't think there's an iPhone here. Let's actually just search for it. They do have some. It looks like these are, yep, they're all pre-owned. iPhone 11, pre-owned. Not a good deal. 12 pre-owned. Actually, I don't know if this is a good deal or not. I haven't done a price analysis on pre-owned devices. 13 pre-owned. I don't think these are good deals. 14, that's actually new. And 15. So they have some. You can see they're not really on sale right now. So unfortunately, I think if you want to get the iPhone 17, what you're going to want to do is stay subscribed and watch my video on the best way to buy it. No, realistically, I think the best approach will be probably going with visible base and financing with a firm, or you can sometimes finance the T-Mobile model iPhone from Apple and then go with whatever carrier you want. Someone posted on Reddit, I think today, the workaround for that. So that could be a method to check out. Or Boost Mobile. I mean, it's kind of iffy to recommend them perhaps because of the whole like network switch up, but let's assume they just go full AT&T network. I mean, effectively $65 a month, you'll get the iPhone for, or you'll get $1,000 off, which will be really nice. And then you pay $65 a month. Not necessarily terrible, but not the best deal. Yeah, that's probably it. And if you have a family plan, you can just add a line. So that's what I would look at. All right, the chat is coming in so fast. What else we got going on here? Blanket Fox, welcome. Great to see you. Scott won't be able to watch live. I'm sorry about that. His procedure scheduled. Well, Scott, I hope your procedure goes well. The good news is the replay will always be available. Vartan, great to see you. Hello. Red Cricket V8. Very curious. I mean, Cricket's usually green, but respect it. Kyle Crow, I'm interested to see what they will announce feature-wise. Hopefully they don't do something like last year's debacle. Yeah, so this is really curious, right? So what did we just see with the Pixel 10 event? Google did not innovate whatsoever on hardware. Where is this thing? Oh my God, I have them right here. This will actually be curious if you'll be able to tell the difference and if I'll be able to tell the difference. I don't even know. Okay, I think I can. One of these is a Pixel 9 Pro XL. The other one is a Pixel 10 Pro XL. The lighting is terrible, and I apologize for that. Can you tell the difference? The answer, not really. This is the 10 Pro. This is the 9 Pro. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. The camera bar is a little bit bigger. Google did not change the hardware, okay? The hardware is almost identical. Instead, what they did is they changed the Tensor chip from the Tensor G4 to the Tensor G5. I think they made some minor enhancements to the camera. They, of course, did add the MagSafe magnets, right? So all your case, I mean, you could buy a case and get the magnets, but now the magnets are built into the phone. That's the big hardware change on the Pixel 10 series. And that is to say, Google went all in on AI, right? You have the Magic Q feature, you have the camera features, you have the editing in Google Photos. Google went hard on AI. Apple. What has Apple been doing? Well, they have been sucking exceptionally hard at the AI. Siri, not intelligent. Worst. Oh, I just triggered it. Sorry about that. Siri is not smart. The Siri we were promised, it's not here. And so what is Apple going to do? I think for the iPhone, the iPhone 17 Pro, it'd be cool if I had one early, right? They're doing all hardware stuff. They're changing the look and the design and the aesthetics of the 17 Pro. It sounds like they're going back to aluminum for better thermal performance. Maybe there will be a vapor chamber involved. We might see reverse wireless charging for AirPods. That could be really cool. we should see some pretty big improvements to the cameras. Apple doesn't have the AI or intelligence, so they will likely be leaning hard into the hardware and emphasizing those improvements, especially with the iPhone 17 Air, that rumored super thin, super lightweight iPhone that will likely have horrendous battery. So that is the answer to that question. All right, Vartan K. Stetson, are you on Dark Star QCI 7 VIP? Yes. Yes, I am. Let me pull that up for you. This one says Verizon. Yeah, I am. I have it on my... You can kind of see it. This is that Pixel 10 Pro XL Dark Star. I got early access to QCI 7. This was provided to me by US Mobile, not the phone. I paid for the phone myself from US Mobile, but the service was provided, and so I got to test it out, and I can confirm I was using Pixel band info, and let me see if I can show this on stream, because that would be really cool. It's cool to see and like verify what they say is true. Okay, cool. Let me go here. It's hard to get this to work. All right, we do have some super chats coming in, so let me go ahead and answer those. All right, Green, Big Cable has been the fourth real carrier, not Dish. Green, you're 100% correct. That is a fact, all right? Xfinity, I guess Comcast with Xfinity Mobile, they've been bringing the heat. They've been competing really well. Spectrum Mobile, they've also been doing really well. They are the real competition. It's true, the overall value of the internet service and the phone service, it's not necessarily bad. And they're doing decent device deals as well. So that's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to see if I can get this to work. Boom, that's running. Boom. Oh, here we go. And let me just check. Turn Wi-Fi off. That's good. That's good. Or maybe, is it on? No. Yeah. Just like right now the QCI says 8. So did it change, or am I looking at the wrong phone? Which it's highly probable. We've got a lot of phones over here. Well, I can at least kind of show you. This is Pixel Band Info. It's a app you do have to sideload, and it'll tell you the QCI. And you can see Dark Star right now is showing QCI 8. So unclear if that's just a different plan. No, because they just activated that on my phone. That's weird that it changed. Yeah, I think this is what I tweeted out. It was Dark Star and it was QCI 7. Come on, focus, Logitech, you can do it. It was QCI 7 yesterday, and now it is showing QCI 8. That is interesting. But all right, I'll have to check with US Mobile on that and see what's going on. And that's why sometimes it's helpful to be able to check your QCI, I guess, because otherwise, how would you know? How would you know? All right, we've got Voodoo1013. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for your generosity and support and that super sticker. We have a for you emoji in the chat, so appreciate that. KevGF, hi Stetson, your reaction to Boost shutting down 5G. Are they officially shutting down? I mean, I guess that is what's going to happen considering AT&T bought the spectrum. Look, I am sad because Boost, Dish, they were building something really cool, right? The first Open RAN 5G network, theoretically more economically efficient because they didn't have to deal with 3G, they didn't have to deal with 4G or LTE or LTE advanced. They could start fresh with 5G, make it a great experience. And yeah, it's sad that it's shutting down. At the same time, in my area at least, AT&T could really use the spectrum, and I hope they're able to do some awesome stuff with it. So yeah, it's sad, and hopefully it helps consumers. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm curious what you think. Also, update on the poll right now. We have 69% are going to be watching the Apple event tomorrow. 31% no. I respect it. I respect it. Most of you are though, so that's pretty exciting. I'm curious what color people are interested in. So let's do that next. Start a poll. What color iPhone 17 Pro are you most excited for? And we're just going to do simple colors because I don't know what they're going to be called, but we'll do black, white, blue, And then the legendary orange. Hopefully Max is still watching so he can vote for his orange because, yeah, I'm curious. All right, next, Green. Thank you so much for your generosity and support. Thoughts on the rumors that iPhone 17 series will go eSIM only in more countries like in Europe? Yeah, so what I have heard specifically is the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max, I think will still have the option for a physical SIM card in some countries. And this is because other countries are just being slower with eSIM adoption. However, the iPhone 17 Air, that crazy thin iPhone that's going to be coming out, that will be eSIM only. I mean, it'll be so thin, Apple won't have the space for a physical SIM tray. And I mean, what are my thoughts on that? I mean, one, eSIM has been a royal pain in the butt for me personally. I mean, I've got different devices here on different manufacturers, and trying to get an eSIM from your Google Pixel phone to your iPhone, pain in the butt. Trying to get it from the iPhone to the Pixel phone, also a pain in the butt. iPhone to iPhone is easy. I have honestly not tried going from Android to Android, so I should probably give that a try, but it has just been a total disaster. I mean, you have carriers like AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon that support the beautiful iPhone to iPhone transfer method. I mean, it just works. You go switch to a new phone, you tap a few buttons on your phone, and it works. Granted, that's still longer than popping out your old SIM tray and just moving the physical SIM card, which took, I don't know, like 30 seconds. Whereas the new transfer method, it takes some time. It's got to like transfer the eSIM profile. Your new phone that you activate, it's got to like think, connect to the network, download the eSIM, establish the network connection, make sure it's all working properly. Takes like 2 or 3 minutes. I mean, it is not a fast process. So I am sad that people are losing the option for that, but I'm also happy because I think it'll help encourage eSIM adoption. eSIMs are better. They save on plastic, shipping costs, the metal components in the physical SIM card. So I think when we get to a point where eSIM is easy to transfer between devices, it'll all be worth it. But for now, I am a little sad. I'm also optimistic. I've seen rumors. This is the year. Max actually just sent me this morning. This is the year Apple is finally making it so that the eSIM only iPhones get extra battery and can utilize the space. With all previous iPhones, even the 16 Pro and the Pro Max, they had space inside the phone that was just empty, where the SIM tray could have been, and where Apple did put the SIM tray on the international models. So dumb, in my opinion. So I'm happy we're finally getting better battery. All right, John, thank you so much for your generosity and support. FirstNet ever refarmed to 5G? 5G QCI seems bad now. I am unsure how to answer that question, to be honest with you. Did they refarm to 5G? Like, did they switch to 5G? I know a lot of changes have been being made to low-band 5G. What have I heard recently? I think Dennis, I was just speaking with him. Shout out to Dennis. He was saying AT&T is big on N5, and they've been using that. I think Verizon straight up shut down their low-band 5G. They were doing DSS for a while. I think it made performance on the network worse, and I'm pretty sure they just straight up have shut it off at this point. So if you're on Verizon, you are on 5G ultra-wideband, or you're just on regular LTE. That is my current understanding. Could be mistaken on that. John, I wish I had a better answer for you, but truthfully, I don't really know right now. All right, let's go back to the chat itself and see what has been cooking. FirstNet is still band 14 LTE. Interesting. Cool 30. Hi Stetson. Be honest. Will people buy the iPhone 17 Air? I mean, it's really thin, but will it actually sell? I mean, the answer is yes. People will buy it. How will people buy it in relation to the other phones? I don't think it's going to sell very well, right? Like, this is probably iPhone 12 mini category or iPhone 13 mini category. It's not going to sell well. It's going to be for a niche crowd, but dang, will it be cool, right? It is going to be so thin. I mean, you even go to a store, right? And you pick up the Galaxy S25. They call it the Edge, right? The super thin one. Yeah, it's the Edge. it is incredible. It is so cool. I think it's going to have that wow factor. It's going to have that new factor. People will buy it. Now, the downsides are huge, right? You're looking at significantly worse battery, potentially. One camera. Guys, this is the first iPhone. Well, I guess the SE has one camera, but only one camera. That is a massive downgrade. And the price is in this really weird spot where it's going to be more expensive than your base iPhone, but then $900 for that versus like $1,100 for the Pro. You should maybe just get the Pro. So yeah, I think I don't think it's going to sell as well. The 13 or the Pro Max, I don't have a Pro Max on me right now. Actually, I'm trading it into Google for that Pixel deal I took advantage of. So I have to ship it out tomorrow. That'll be kind of sad, shipping out a 16 Pro Max the day the 17 Pro is being announced. But the Pro Max model iPhone sells the best. That is what most people will buy. I think they're mistaken. I think the regular Pro model is the better size. It is way more comfortable. It fits in your hand. I'm a big regular Pro person. I think the Air will be cool. We have one person, Mystic Q, in the chat who loves the 13 mini and will buy it. So respect to that. I think the Air is going to be way bigger than your 13 mini though, Mystic Q. So you might be in for a surprise there. But yeah, people are going to buy it. It also looks like orange. Wait, let's check in this chat. Orange is the most popular right now, 36%. Very interesting. It's almost like a three-way split. Blue 28%, black 28%, and then white 7%. That is the least common. Very interesting. Very interesting. Also, Tommy Shields, were you the person who challenged me to the Pixel challenge? I was just trying to think back to the other live streams to switch to Android, but I did it. I switched. My main number's on here and everything. And it says MobileX. I'm testing them out. And US Mobile, that's my personal number. I'm on. Everything is here. I'm fully switched. It's been a steep learning curve. That's what I'll say. And definitely made me appreciate some things about iPhone and made me realize iPhone is really dumb at some things and Pixel is way better. So anyway, Tommy, what's your actual comment? The iPhone Plus models have always been the lowest selling iPhone in every carrier store that I've been to, and the Air will make it even less so. Yeah, I think that's true, right? The Air will probably sell better than the Plus because of that wow factor, but it's still not going to sell as well as your base cheap entry-level iPhone or the Pro or the Pro Max, the Pro Max being the one that most people really want. So I agree with that. Ethan, thank you so much for your generosity and support. Do you try Vonage for home? I have not tried Vonage for home. I didn't know that was an option. But I guess let me know more about it. How was MobileX? Bonnie. MobileX, pros and cons. Pro number one, very affordable. Let me see if I can pull up. So I did the analysis and they recommended a 3 gig plan. My total bill came out to, I think, like $12. It was like under 13 bucks, which is literally under half of what I'm paying US Mobile right now. The downside is I think their estimation is a little off. So here we go. I paid for 3 gigs, I think. Yeah, I paid for 3 gigs. I've already used over half of it. And I still have 24 days to go. So that's not looking good. That said, I do have auto top up turned on, and so that will auto top me up. And yeah, let me see if I can go to my receipts and see what I paid. Yeah, here it is. Perfect. Data, my access, it was $12.78. So extremely affordable, very reasonable price. I was happy to see that. I bumped down the talk and text package because I was on iPhone and using iMessage. But now that I'm on Android, I might hit that texting limit. So I will find out. That could bite me in the butt very soon here. I would say the app is okay. It feels honestly a little slow to load, especially when you like first load the app. Let me see if I can just show this to you. You tap the MobileX app and you get this splash screen and it feels like this takes forever. Like I'm already a customer. I don't really need to see mobile done different. I just need to log in and then it's loading, still there it is, right? Like I think it's a little slow. You do get some nice options. You can use the video optimizer. Choose exactly how you want video, what resolution video you want on your plan. If you want to burn through data, you can upgrade it to 4K. And if you want to conserve your data, you can keep it at 480p. Sorry, that's super blurry for you guys. What else? The use trend. This is cool, but I think something that's missing is your total usage is not displayed. So you kind of have to like manually add everything up. And I also don't think they're using AI. So when I did here, this is basically the trial that I did. It was 6 days. I was at home on Wi-Fi for the first like 2 days. Then I went out, I used a little bit of data. Then I was at home on Wi-Fi. Then I used a little bit of data. The bottom line is my average was 101 megabytes. It recommended me a 3 gig plan. If you do basic math, 100 megabytes average per day during the trial period times 30 days is 3 gigs. And that's exactly what it recommended. Didn't really seem like any AI was involved. They just looked at my usage and then recommended a plan based on that. Maybe that works for most people, but I do think it has been undershot a little bit because one day I used 1.25 gigs. So I like the affordability. I like the customizability. I think the speed of the app can be improved. Support has been great, but unfortunately right now, every time you want to switch devices, so I activated this on my iPhone, and then I was like, I'm doing the Pixel challenge and switching to Pixel. And then I had to move it to my Pixel phone. How do you move your eSIM from one phone to another on MobileX? It turns out you can't. You have to message customer service each time. Now, thankfully, they've been super nice, and it's actually been pretty fast. I send them a message. Within like 30 minutes, they get it, and they're like, great, we sent the eSIM to your new phone, and you get a little notification on your phone. eSIM for MobileX is ready to install. You tap it, and it's pretty straightforward. But yeah, overall, they have some good things going for them and some areas to improve, and that's with most carriers. Ron B, hey, thanks for doing this. Ron, you're welcome. What else we got? We got some more super chats coming in. Let's get those. Samantha, thank you so much. We got just a generous support, so thank you. I'll give that a little, I guess I can't like it on the back end, but thank you very much. Mark is here. Mark says bravo. Thank you, Mark. Really appreciate you and your super sticker. Great to see you in the chat today. Yeah, awesome. All right, what else we got cooking live? Alex Stark, hi Stetson. I wanted to ask if you think Google Pixel 10 Pro XL is worth getting with Google Fi's deal. I believe it's $300 off instantly, then an additional $500 over 24 monthly credits. Thanks. Yeah, Alex, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a bad deal, right? If we go to Google Fi's website, let me pull that up. We can take a look at the deal. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Pop that on the stream. It is $800 off, and it's $300 off instantly, and then $500 back over 24 months. And this is going to end on 10/7. Fine. Of course, terms apply. And let's see what we got. Rebate. You need to activate on a full service plan. I think that's just any Google Fi plan that's not data only SIM. So it says data only SIMs don't qualify. So I think the custom plan would qualify. I think they're, what do they call it? Like unlimited starter. What do they call it? Let's just go to plans here and see what, unlimited essentials, that's what it's called. That would qualify. Wow, they changed this page up quite a bit. Yeah, here we go. Unlimited essentials. So, I mean, here's the thing. I saw someone on Reddit. They signed up. They wanted to do the Pixel deal, right? Where you get the credit. Unfortunately, because Google Fi was also running this BYOD deal right now, where you get each plan for 50% off, Google activated them with the BYOD deal instead of the Google Pixel promotion. And so if you run into an issue, you might be out of luck because support can be very challenging to work with on Google Fi. It just seems like they haven't been really investing in support, to be honest with you. Either way, it is a pretty decent deal. It would be likely at full price, so $35, but $35 a month and getting $800 off, it's not bad. And it's only 2 years, right? As opposed to other promotions, which are sometimes 3 years. So it's not bad. I do also like US Mobile's promotion, right? They're doing Pixel 10. Let's see what they got. $419 up front, and this is if you get an annual plan. Oh, dang, it's actually more. So if you get an annual plan, oh no, yeah, it's $419. So let me see if I can zoom in. You get $380 off with an annual plan, and the annual plan is much cheaper on US Mobile, right? So net, you might actually save some money here. Yeah, I mean, wow, unlimited starter. So if you do an annual plan, let's say unlimited starter for $199, this would be on the AT&T network, so you want to make sure you have good AT&T coverage. But you're looking at $199 plus the device, and where did that tab go? That would be $419. So let's call that $618, maybe round up $620 net. Google Fi, I mean, the plan's going to be way more expensive, $35 a month. And even though you're getting a better deal on the phone, let's say it's $800 off. So is that a free phone, basically? Let's go back. Google Fi. Okay, this is the 10 Pro XL, which I guess is very different than what I was just saying on US Mobile. So that's my bad. Let's go back. 10 Pro XL. Let's actually do some quick math. Let's figure out which one is going to be best. $789 with the annual plan. So we'll do $789 plus the $199, $988. Let's round up, call it $1,000 for US Mobile. Okay, $1,000 for both the phone and a year of service. If we go to Google Fi, it would be $800 off total for a $1,200 phone, right? So the phone's going to be $400. And then the plan, where did the plan go? Plans. The plan is going to be $35 a month, because I don't think you can stack them. And if we do 35 times 12 is 420. So already you're at $820, but it's 2 years that you have to be there to get the promo. So it would be times 2, $840 plus the $400 you spent. So it'd be like $1,240 for Google Fi. So I think US Mobile is a little bit cheaper, just mostly because in the plan savings. But either way, it's not necessarily a bad deal. And the phone is unlocked from Google Fi, which is super nice. Yeah, I would just say consider it. Sean is saying US Mobile best plans in the interesting. Yeah, it's pretty good. G Mega 8, hey S, recently changed to visible, from visible to US Mobile for the 6 off 12 promo. To visible, from US Mobile for the 6 off 12 promo, because that was US Mobile's, that was Visible's deal. Haven't been too pleased a lot with the deals for new customers and having to pay for QCI 8 on Warp. Thoughts? Yeah, I mean, this is the challenge in the prepaid space, right? What do prepaid carriers want? They want customers. They want new customers. And typically, a lot of prepaid carriers will offer deals exclusively to new customers. In fact, the big carriers used to do this too, right? You think back to the iPhone like 5, 6, 6S, 7, 8, that era, that time, all the carriers were doing offers for new customers pretty much exclusively. And what would people do? Well, they would get an offer on an iPhone 1 year and maybe wait 2 or 3 years, and then they would switch carriers to get another new deal from a new carrier, and they would just kind of carrier churn back and forth. AT&T came out with this idea like, hey, what if we just gave all of our customers, new and existing, access to the same device promos? And what do you know? It worked like a charm. Their churn numbers dropped. AT&T started earning more money. Everyone was happy. It was great. Verizon and T-Mobile quickly followed suit. So now the big carriers, they do have the money to do that. They can afford to offer new and existing customers the same great device deals. When it comes to prepaid carriers, not really, right? I mean, Mint Mobile. Look at Mint Mobile. They're offering an insane deal on their unlimited plan right now. 50% off. You're getting truly unlimited data for just $15 a month. This is the best deal on the T-Mobile network right now. Only for new customers, right? Existing customers can't take advantage of this promotion. And this is because Mint is trying to get new customers. And once you sign up with a prepaid carrier, I mean, you're saving money over the big plan. And that's kind of, that's kind of the point. Also, I will say, I tried this plan in my iPad. Don't tell Mint this, or probably anyone, but this plan does work in tablets, and it is awesome. So there you go. That's my tip of the day. Dropping QCI 8 for warp. This is another kind of a big thing. So one thing I love that US Mobile did is they did grandfather you in. So I guess I'm not even using this phone anymore. This is my phone. If you were an existing US Mobile customer and you were on the warp network, they did grandfather you in to QCI 8. That said, it is disappointing that QCI 8 left. Curiously enough, around the same time we saw US Mobile drop QCI 8 and put all their Verizon customers on QCI 9, we saw MobileX do about the same thing. So I signed up for 2 MobileX lines. My custom line that you saw here, right, where I was showing my usage, this got dropped from QCI 8 priority data down to QCI 9 deprioritized data. It seems like some carriers are choosing to drop because it is more affordable to offer QCI 9 data. I would like to have the option to potentially purchase priority data if I needed it. That said, I don't think it really matters to most people. Most people aren't going to notice. I mean, when I think of most people, I think of my parents, right? If it weren't for me, they probably would have no idea what priority data is or was, would have thought about it, or quite frankly, really cared about it. They just would have been like, oh, my phone is really slow while I'm at this concert, right? Or it's a little bit slow right now. That's it. I think for most people, most of the time, it doesn't matter. So yeah, I'm disappointed, but it could have been a larger change that Verizon did. Like maybe Verizon significantly changed the pricing of getting QCI 8 data. And as a result, MobileX and US Mobile, they couldn't afford to keep the same prices and offer the same data amounts. And so their choices were either raise prices, which would not have gone over well, or just drop to QCI 9, which most people don't know about or would really care about. So it's kind of unfortunate. I do like having priority data. I mean, who doesn't? It does make sense, though. It does make sense. Yeah, and then new customer deals, that's just the industry. So I hope that's helpful and kind of answers your question. Sonic, thank you so much for your generosity and support and for your patience. Do you know that the Pixel Watch 4 LTE comes with free 2 years of data-only service? I did see that advertised on Google's website. However, I think you need to be a Google Fi customer, I guess. I don't know. I was debating whether or not to get the cellular watch, and I opted to get the Wi-Fi only watch because on my stream, I have said I don't think cellular data matters for a watch. And when I was going to pre-order, I was like, I should stand by my words. I don't think it matters at all. But yeah, it's true. If you go to pre-order, let's say you want the large one, Moonstone, very cool color, you get 2 years of watch data on Google. I do think this requires you to sign up for Google Fi. And it's not going to be a dual SIM watch. So it's kind of like, okay, well, what does that mean? Like you have a separate Google Fi number on your watch? Like how helpful is that? In my opinion, it's not that helpful. So I just went with the Bluetooth and you save quite a bit of money. I mean, $500 versus $400. Yeah, I was like, I'm going to save money. I don't need to spend money on both getting access to cellular and then $10 extra for like a data connection, right? And yeah, it is data from Google Fi Wireless to power your messaging, navigation, and music on the go. No charges to your current plan or phone number required. But the thing is, like, you're not gonna get your phone number on your watch if you're getting a new number, right? So yeah. Anyway, I did order one to test it out, and I'm excited to see how that goes. It's a separate plan. Okay, cool. That's good to know. So it sounds like it just works out of the box. But like you'd still need to deactivate it if you wanted your personal number on there, right? I don't know. That's my take. All right, if you have not voted on the poll yet, consider voting. It's been going for 24 minutes. And it's interesting. The numbers have changed. Orange, 33%. Blue, 32%. White, 9%, and black 26%. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we are running a poll right now on what color iPhone 17 Pro or Pro Max you are most excited for. I'm very curious to see what the colors are tomorrow, how Apple has rendered them and what they really look like. It's so boring, but I might be in the black camp. But I could be tempted by the blue just to spice it up. I mean, you use a black phone for a while and it's like, all right, maybe I should get some color in my life. Where's the pink or teal? I think those are going to be for the base iPhone 17 series only. Joys of the San Joaquin Valley, great to see you. Stetson, I had to step out a minute. Did I miss the answer to my question about AT&T Dish Boost Mobile? That is a great follow-up question. I don't think you missed it because I don't remember answering it. Feel free to ask it again, and I will answer it. And therefore, you didn't miss it. Oh, here we go. Stetson, what do you think of the future holds for the U.S. mobile market now that AT&T owns the Dish Boost Mobile bands and spectrum? I mean, I am hopeful that AT&T improves their network. And, I mean, it is just not good here in Longmont, Colorado. I bring this up probably every stream. Hopefully someone at AT&T is watching this and can help fix this. Actually, let me just open this and make sure it doesn't like zoom into my location. Okay, perfect. We're good to go. So this is the crowdsourced map of cellular coverage. Shout out to the over 130 of you who are actively contributing to this. We have over 12 million data points on the coverage map speed test map right now, which is insane to think about, right? We're filling in the United States. If we zoom into my town of Longmont, Colorado, great town, great area, you can see the speeds. And this is average download. Let's go to best download, right? You can see the speeds. T-Mobile, crazy fast, incredible performance. You actually probably can't see those. Maybe we should fix the numbers. It's like, wait, if I zoom this in, there we go, boom. Now you can see it. 458, 336. I mean, T-Mobile is fast. Let's go to 3D. I think this will really put it in perspective. This is T-Mobile. The height of the bars represents how fast the data speeds are. Crazy fast. Let's do Verizon. Where's Verizon? Boom. This is Verizon. All right, there we go. Also very fast. Okay, Verizon ripping speeds. AT&T. What is AT&T doing? All right, we adjust. This is it adjusted. This is the same exact view. It's so slow, you guys. If we zoom in, what is it? I mean, you're going to be like, oh, it's not that slow, 200. But in some areas, it is just like 100, 32, 91. And if we do upload, which I don't know, you would use for a FaceTime call, like, look at all these, 9, 4, 7, 2, 7. And this is best. If we do average, everything drops. Everything drops. And you can really see where the towers are. Like, oh, wow, there's a tower over here. There's a tower over here. So what do I think of the landscape? I think the future holds possible improvements for AT&T in terms of speeding up their network, making it faster, improving the connectivity and experience for their customers. I think that's going to be huge. I think that will make the competition between the big three be even closer and more fierce than it is now. And it's fierce. T-Mobile is kind of leading the way right now with their 5G UC network, the 5G era. They've established themselves as a dominant 5G player. Like, I think of T-Mobile, I no longer think of weak coverage and slow speeds. Like, they're cooking with a really good network right now. Verizon's got a good tech stack, good reliability. Unfortunately, they have lost that perception of having the best network. I don't think that holds true in the 5G era. And AT&T is just simple. They give their current existing customers the same offers on devices, and it works. Like, if there's no reason to switch, why switch? I think, I'm optimistic AT&T is able to boost their 5G speeds, performance, maybe even start offering 5G home internet in more locations. I think that could be cool. But those are my thoughts. I'm curious what other people think. Boom. I mean, CPP Tech. I recently tested T-Mobile and got 800 megabits per second versus 300 megabits per second on AT&T. Upload was also 3 times faster as well. Latency was 8 times faster. Yeah, you can tell T-Mobile, they're cooking. They are cooking. Wait, Mystic Q is just saying they killed the Mint iPad feature. Oh no, I mean, my iPad's currently active on it. Hopefully they didn't. Sonic the Anonymous Hedgehog, thank you so much for your generosity and support. AT&T prepaid $20 a month annual plan. Is it worth it? My stance is no. Why is it no? Because you might be able to get a better plan. Actually, you can 100% get a better plan. So let's go to AT&T prepaid. Let's see if we can see the plan. Oh, they actually put it right there on their website. This is probably perhaps how you found out about it. So 1 year of unlimited. Oh, it's so not a good plan, you guys. Comes out to $20 a month. I'm assuming this is upfront. Yeah, $240 upfront. $240 upfront, plus taxes and fees. What do you get? Well, you get 16 gigabytes of high-speed data, and then you're slowed to 1.5 megabits per second. Now, 1.5 megabits per second is still usable. I have tried it. It is usable. You can use your phone. You can get directions with Google Maps. You can stream music. You can watch 480p YouTube videos that sometimes take time to buffer, but you can do it. Is it unlimited? Maybe not. $20 a month. So what is better? There is one plan that is so much better right now. It's not even funny, and it's US Mobile's plan. I feel like I bring them up every week. I should probably try and find another carrier, but gosh darn, it's because their plans are so good. So US Mobile is, of course, running their promo right now. You can get 1 year of unlimited annual premium for $300. Insane. The best price ever. And you can get 1 year of unlimited annual starter for $200. Oh, well, wait a minute. $200 is less than AT&T. That was at $240. And US Mobile's unlimited starter plan, which comes out to $16.60 per month, by the way. Less than $20 per month. This is coming with unlimited high-speed data. Truly unlimited high-speed data on the AT&T network. You're getting 20 gigabytes of hotspot data. Okay, that is double the hotspot data on AT&T prepaid. Smartwatch add-on, that is actually not really supported on AT&T. 1 gig international data, that is available with the annual plan. You get free international calling and texting. I don't think AT&T includes that. And you have the option for a multi-network add-on, which of course AT&T does not offer. So Sonic, the Anonymous Hedgehog, if I were in your shoes, I would 100% go with US Mobile Unlimited Starter over AT&T. And let's imagine these promos are not going on. Well, let's imagine US Mobile's promo is not going on, right? Then you're looking at you're looking at AT&T for $20 a month, plus taxes and fees. So it's not unreasonable to imagine this being $23 a month after taxes and fees. US Mobile's plan, full price, regular price, is $22.50 with all taxes and fees included. So best case scenario, AT&T is maybe a few cents cheaper. Most likely scenario, AT&T ends up being more expensive and gives you way less high-speed data and half the hotspot data. Okay? I'm in your shoes. I'm going US Mobile Unlimited Starter all day, every day, especially with this crazy promotion they have going on right now. I actually took advantage of this. I did the Pixel 10 Pro XL deal. That's the 9 Pro. This is the 10 Pro. That is how I got the 10 Pro XL. Bought it from US Mobile. This one came unlocked, so I'm able to use it. And I've got my Verizon line in there, and I activated on US Mobile. Actually activated on Lightspeed, so I could test that out. And it's been great. So, yeah. That's my stance. That's a better plan. All right. Tommy. Hi, Stetson. First of all, appreciate your generosity and support. I was sad I missed your stream last week. T-Mobile just changed their installments for watches to 36 months. Do you think phones are next? Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Tommy, I did not want to hear this today. I wasn't ready for this. I think you're right. I do think phones are next. Now, you might be asking, Stetson, why would T-Mobile change? Why would they go from 24 months to 36 months? Why the extra year? And the answer, my friends, is when you go from 24 months to 36 months, the monthly price you can advertise for a new device drops pretty significantly. So let's say you offer a device promo. You end up paying, you get $1,000 off your new iPhone 12 or iPhone 17 Pro Max, holding up a Pixel phone. Let's say you get, $1,000 off an iPhone 17 Pro Max, which means you would only pay $200 out of pocket. Well, $200 divided by 24 months is going to be an extra $8.33 per month. Honestly, not bad. Pretty affordable, especially for the latest and greatest iPhone. However, you take that same phone, you do it over 36 months, and all of a sudden you're at $5.55 per month. Not only that, your customers are locked into your network for a longer period of time, right? The likelihood they leave is lower because they're locked in for this 3-year financing agreement. So yeah, I do think phones are next. If they don't offer it, I mean, I'd be kind of surprised. I think they should offer it as an option. Just do 24 or 36. People can choose what they want. But yeah, I do think they're going to do it because cheaper prices, customers are likely to stay longer. It just makes sense. It makes a whole lot of sense. In fact, I'm kind of surprised we don't have 4 or 5 year contracts. Is that crazy? I would flame myself right now if I was in the comments. Like, I think contracts are not fun. I don't think we should do them. But for people who kind of need the contract or benefit from that low monthly rate, you spread let's say you had to buy a $1,000 phone, or we'll do a baseline. Let's say you're buying a baseline iPhone, $800, right? If you do it over 24 months on T-Mobile, $33.33 per month. You do it over 36 months, $22.22 per month. That's the price the carriers can advertise. That makes a difference. AT&T and Verizon, they can advertise those lower rates because they're doing longer financing agreements. Let's say you're insane and they do a 4-year financing agreement, $16.66 per month for those 4 years. I mean, that is insane. I'm not saying they should do that, but in my eyes, it does seem to make a lot of sense, right? Like, people can suddenly afford possibly more phone than they should be buying because the financing payments are lower. So that's my take. Sonic the Anonymous Hedgehog, also AT&T's prepaid plan is QCI 8 while US Mobile's is QCI 9. That is a very true statement. I'm not sure how much that really matters. You can purchase QCI add-on on US Mobile if you feel like that is important to you, and that add-on is going to be $7.50 per month with that annual option. So $7.50 times 12 months, an extra $90 to get QCI 8 data on US Mobile. Worth it for some. Others will probably enjoy saving money. Look, I wouldn't say this AT&T's plan is not necessarily a bad plan, but I personally feel US Mobile's plan is a way better value. So that's my stance there. Oh, you know what? Voodoo actually brings up an interesting point. The thing about AT&T prepaid is that my wife can use it locally in Puerto Rico. As much as I hate paying $300 a year to AT&T prepaid, I don't have much of an option. That is very fair. That is very fair. If you have a unique use case, it may be worth it to pay for that. Wow, I am so shocked. Guys, as this poll keeps going on and more of you vote, the color has changed. It was orange initially, right out of the gate. People were super stoked on that. Now, blue is in the lead. 35% of you are interested in the blue phone. Orange in second at 31%, black 22%, white 11%. Fascinating. Very fascinating. I'm going to screenshot this and tweet it out later because I think it's interesting. Blue just bumped up to 37%. I think I am probably most excited about the blue. That's what I'll say. Boom. Ian, I know location might matter, but what is generally faster, AT&T Premium data or Visible Plus Pro data? Ian, this is entirely location dependent. What's your zip code, or what area are you in? Because you can find this out, right? We literally built a map for this. This is my area, Longmont. We can do if we do best download speeds, right? You can zoom in on AT&T and you can see 200. This is actually like so hard to see. Here you go. 200, 198, 194. Oh, that's a little bit better. 204, 400. Like, you can start comparing them. And we have this color profile where you can literally go best carrier, bam. This is the best carrier in Longmont, Colorado. You can see T-Mobile is really good in this section. Verizon is just crazy fast up here. I think they have 160 megahertz of N77, and it is ripping. Over 2,000 megabits per second there. Then T-Mobile's great. Then Verizon's great. I mean, this is a T-Mobile and Verizon town. Okay, Dish in some spots happens to be good. Verizon's really good down here. T-Mobile's the best over here. Where is AT&T? Right? They're nowhere. So yeah, it's super location dependent. I'm sure if we go somewhere else, where do we want to go? Let's go to like Chicago. If we zoom into Chicago, oh no, it's the exact same story. I guess AT&T is kind of in this Elk Grove Village area. You got some squares with AT&T in there. Let's also make it the 1 kilometer squares. Yeah, okay. So in this area, AT&T is the best. Mystic Q, AT&T sucks in Hawaii. Yeah, it's definitely location dependent. I think they're really good in Texas, right? Let's do like Austin. Oh man, zooming into Austin is not looking promising. Okay, look, in some parts of Austin, AT&T does have the best download. What if we did average? Maybe best isn't the best. Oh, well, It kind of looks like T-Mobile is cooking in Austin. Well, maybe there's another Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Oh, this is a pretty big. Oh no, that's just like more rural. That's why. I've heard really good things about AT&T in the Pennsylvania market. So, or Pittsburgh. Let's zoom in. It's got to be AT&T. Yeah, look at this. Well, yeah, here we go. Look, Pittsburgh, AT&T is really good. I mean, this is actually a pretty good, look, really good chunk of AT&T right here. So it totally depends on location. It actually looks like in Pittsburgh itself, Verizon might be a little bit better. This is average. What if we do best? Is it going to change at all? Nope. Now it's just all Verizon. Well, you guys, I think what we're seeing here, oh, AT&T actually is crushing in this area. But anyway, AT&T might benefit from the spectrum it just bought to potentially increase its speeds and better compete against the other carriers. So I hope that's helpful. TJ, thank you so much for your generosity and support. Hey Stetson, I am on Go5G Plus on T-Mobile with an insider code, which makes it $68 per month. Do you think it is still worth moving to an MVNO? Love your live streams. Man, TJ, that is a superb question. I will say it kind of depends how much money you get off the new devices. And it would be worth doing the math out for you specifically. Because like if you're getting $1,000 off a new iPhone 17 Pro or Pro Max when that launches, $68 a month for that is not bad. And are taxes and fees included for you? That's not bad. I mean, the plan itself is incredible. Now, that said, you could save a lot of money. This would be so cheeky. If you ditch T-Mobile, you're probably not going to do this, but I'll throw it out there. If you ditch T-Mobile and went Mint, right? Like the savings on the plan alone, what would that be like? Over $50 per month? Actually, after taxes and fees, let's call it $50 a month. You would save $50 a month on the plan, which is $600 per year. And that would definitely help offset the difference in device cost. So it's different. I think generally for one line, it is cheaper to buy the phone outright and then go with a prepaid carrier. I mean, look, case in point, this is a different network, so it's not exact, but it's going to be Visible, right? So if we pull up Visible here, let's say you want priority data. Okay, Visible offering their Visible Plus plan, $29 a month right now with promo. This is one of the best value plans on the Verizon network. Unlimited priority data, full access to 5G ultra wideband, unlimited hotspot data at 10 megabits per second, and you're getting 1080p video streaming, which they don't appear to show on this card. Come on, Visible, doing a live stream here, trying to tell the people what they get. 1080p video streaming. This is an awesome plan. $29 a month, and guess what? Taxes and fees included. All right, so your telecom bill is already cut in half. Now, how do you get the device? Well, if you go to devices, which is going to be under shop all phones, and we can zoom in a little bit so you guys can see this more clearly. I forgot Google made a fold. That's kind of exciting. Let's say, TJ, I'm assuming you're an iPhone person because I'm an iPhone person. That's probably unfair, but look, we'll use the iPhone 16 Pro Max as an example here. iPhone 16 Pro Max. You can finance this with a firm from Visible if you wanted to, right? If you wanted to, for 36 months for $33.31 per month. Now you add that up, right? We got the plan, $29. You have the phone, $33. 29 plus 33 is $62 per month total for the phone and service. $63 is less than $68. Not by much, but it's a little less. And the phone will be unlocked. Well, if you finance it from Visible, it'll probably be locked for 60 days and then it'll be unlocked. It's a little bit less, and you're still getting great service. And if you were to finance a phone on T-Mobile, let's say they give you $1,000 off, right? You'd still have to pay the $200, which I think, as we decided before, 200 divided by 24 is an extra $8 a month. So you're looking at $76 a month versus, what did I say, 62? 62 versus 76? You know, it's not much of a difference, but if you really wanted to optimize, you could potentially save some money. Personally, if I were in your shoes, I would run the math. I would run the numbers. I'm a numbers guy. I love spreadsheets. You guys have seen my spreadsheets. So I just run the numbers, like see what is T-Mobile offering for my promo on the new 17 Pro Max, or if you're a Pixel person, the Pixel 10 Pro, like how much trading credit am I getting? What would that add to my bill? And then what would my total or equivalent monthly rate be on a prepaid carrier? My guess is the prepaid carrier would be cheaper, but TJ, I'll give you a big tip. If you're a user of the T-Mobile perks, this includes Apple TV Plus, Netflix, the AAA membership, which you've probably already used and is expired right now, but Netflix and Apple TV, those, and free in-flight Wi-Fi. That, no joke, is a big one. That is so nice. Those perks together will probably make that plan net cheaper than going with a prepaid carrier with your specific discounts applied. At least that would probably be the case for me. So I'd be curious. All right, well, let's end this. What color 17 Pro are you most excited for? Blue ended up winning 36%. Very cool to see. Appreciate all of you who voted. Let's get a poll going for TJ, because I'm curious what you guys think. Stick with T-Mobile. TJ, this is for you. Stick with T-Mobile. Switch to a prepaid carrier. I'm going to say an MVNO. Start poll. Let's see what you guys say. All right, what else we got cooking in the chat here? Scott, this is jumping back to AT&T a bit. Scott saying they kill in Dallas, Houston. I have heard good things about AT&T in Texas. Seems like the other carriers are also very strong. Joys of the San Joaquin Valley. Man, the mobile market in the United States is brutal. The carriers will die of a massive heart attack if they gave us free service. Go5G Plus isn't as good of a plan as Go5G Next as far as promotions. That is a good point, Tommy. Yeah, so if you're getting only like $800 off or $300, I think sometimes T-Mobile does that. They launch their new plans, and then all their old plans are suddenly only getting like $300 off, which is awful. If you're only getting like $300, I would probably switch. So you definitely want to run the numbers is what I would say. Ooh, this is a good point. It also depends how much data you use, right? I mean, if you're like me, and this is probably the number one thing I love about MobileX, is it demystifies data usage. You just use the service, and it tracks how much data you use, and it gives you an estimate of how much you need per month. If you're like me, and I'm probably using between, I mean, literally 3 gigs, 6 gigs, probably at most I've used 10 gigs per month. And that's with running some speed tests, which if I wasn't doing, I wouldn't count towards my data. I'm probably using like under 10 gigs. I'd be fine with the 10 gig plan. And all of a sudden I can grab that for $15 a month, or maybe more like $25 a month. But you grab a plan, and if it's that affordable, you're going to save so much money over T-Mobile just based on your usage. Yeah, Tommy is chiming in. T-Mobile definitely does that. Or, this is even worse, they might not even offer that plan promotions at all. Like what? T-Mobile, I mean, when the plan came out, I guess it was technically T-Mobile Next or Go5G Next that had this. But they advertised getting a free new iPhone every year. Do you remember that? Oh, those are the times. If you had Magenta and you got that, I think it was Magenta Max that could get it. The free iPhone every year, that was awesome. That would have been the thing to do. But yeah, sometimes they don't give you promotion. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Like, what a way to reward loyal customers, right, T-Mobile? Oh, gotta be on the newest plan. Sorry. No, awful. Timothy, what do you think about T-Mobile being deprioritized on US Mobile? Timothy, I was just doing some congestion testing on US Mobile on the T-Mobile network. I actually think, let me activate that line. Verizon, let's turn off this one, turn off. Yeah, it was the Dark Star. Guys, that's wild. I activated the Dark Star line on my Pixel 10 Pro, and literally yesterday it said QCI 7, and now it says QCI 8, so I'll have to check in on that. Anyway, let me turn the light speed on because I think I'm supposed to, in order to qualify for my deal, I think I need to like make sure that line is active at all times. Anyway, I don't think it matters. T-Mobile's network is so fast and has so much capacity. 99% of the time, I don't think it matters. And I think the 1% of the time is, I don't know, you're at a concert and even T-Mobile is going to be slow. Like, I remember I went to an Odessa concert, right? And let me see if I can do maps. And let's see. Folsom Field. Maybe I can do Google image. Folsom Field. It was in Folsom Field Stadium. Yeah, this is perfect. Wait, where the heck did the image go? All right, well, can I do images? Yeah, great, perfect. Folsom Field, right? This is this beautiful field in Boulder, Colorado. Sorry, this is like not the best example, but I think it gets the point across. Like, this stadium seats a lot of people. You have a lot of people all in the same area. And I went to a Odessa concert, right? Like, blasting music. What do people do when they're at concerts? They're like, everyone needs to know I'm at a concert right now. Let me film something and post it on Instagram. The networks were slammed, okay? I had T-Mobile, I think it was T-Mobile Magenta Max at the time, could barely get 1 megabit per second. All of the carriers were brought to their knees at this event. It didn't matter if you had priority data or not, because there were so many other people that also had priority data that were on the network. It would just slow to a crawl. And so, yeah, my take, Timothy, to answer your question, I really don't think it matters on T-Mobile, but I will try and test this and be as, I think I've said this all year, so I need to actually execute on this, but I will test this. And if I'm mistaken, I will eat my words and I will say you were right. And it does matter. And here's how it matters, but I don't think it does. On T-Mobile, I don't think priority matters. That's my hot take. That is my hot take. I love Odessa. Yeah, Odessa is incredible. Let's see what else we got cooking in the chat. Is there any other phone plans where you can get 4 new phones for 4 lines for under $150? Man, JP, I genuinely don't even know the answer. Oh, Tommy Shields, thank you so much. Don't forget to like this stream and subscribe. To stream and subscribe. I think Tommy's saying you guys should start your own live stream. I'll say, and remember to vote. I mean, TJ, let's go back to the vote for TJ. Right now, TJ, 62% of people are saying that you should go ahead and switch to an MVNO from T-Mobile Go5G Plus. Probably save yourself some money, get an unlocked device, and get a plan that meets your needs. Could be the move. 62% are in favor. 38% of you think TJ should stick with T-Mobile. And I mean, lucky for you, TJ, there's basically no wrong decision. But yeah, it could be fun, or it could be a disaster. No, it's. I've tried so many MVNOs. It's great. All right, what do you think? Oh, this is a good point. T-Mobile performance may improve in some locations once US Cellular is converted to native, which may require some tower gear swaps. Yeah, once T-Mobile integrates, bam, it's new US Cellular spectrum, and who knows what they're going to do. Like, are they going to keep the towers up and the equipment up and just like swap over what it's broadcasting? Are they going to be like, these towers are redundant, let's get rid of them and knock them down? Are they going to swap out the equipment on their towers? I mean, this sounds like a whole lot of work and a whole lot of money, but good news for tower folks, I guess. That's a good employment opportunity. Either way, once T-Mobile goes through this lengthy process, I think we will potentially see some improvements on the T-Mobile network. So hopefully so. Mystic Q is saying, wait till Cyber Monday, Black Friday deals. Yes, this is going back to someone who was asking about 4 new phones for 4 lines for under 150. I think that is really, really hard. JP, oh, this is you. This is really hard, right? Because like, the plan is easy. It is so easy to get a plan for $100 a month. I mean, we can do classic example here. US Mobile. Well, we even do monthly, right? $25 a month, unlimited starter. You get 4 lines and unlimited starter. You get $100 a month. Easy, done. Cricket. I should actually be using my website and promote that. Best phone plans. Everyone go to the Best Phone Plans website. All right. We go to plans. Oh, I clicked on the Mint Mobile deal. Sorry about that. If we go to plans, 4 lines, And let's just say data is unlimited. You need unlimited data. Bam. I mean, yeah, US Mobile unlimited starter. We talked about that. Let me actually, too zoom. Let's go down. Let's get rid of this Mint banner. Let's actually keep going down past the sponsor. Here we go. Visible base, annual. Here we go. Cricket Unlimited, $100. MobileX Unlimited, $100. Metro Starter Plus, $100. US Mobile Unlimited Starter Dark Star, $100. Cricket Unlimited Annual, $100. Metro by T-Mobile, bring your own device, $100. Total Base 5G Unlimited, $100. Straight Talk, probably wouldn't go Straight Talk. I would go Total. Visible Base, Verizon Unlimited Welcome. Please don't get that. This is discount. This must be like, this is with the BYOD discount. Unlimited Starter, Google Fi Unlimited Standard. This actually, wait. JP, this might be the closest option is if you do Google Fi with some of the Google Fi promos that could potentially hit your price target. Cricket Smart Unlimited 110, Total 5G Unlimited. So like the plans are really affordable. It's just doing the phones. These carriers are not going to give you free phones. You're going to have to pay for the phones. So if you have phones and they're unlocked, boom, you can switch and start saving money like crazy. But yeah, if you need new devices. Okay, if you do need new devices, the answer is probably AT&T. It's going to be over budget though. I don't think you can do 4 lines for what you're wanting, but it's going to be close. That's the thing. It'll be close. So AT&T, I mean, here we go. Let's use this is what I'm talking about. These are the deals. $1,000 off a 16 Pro Max, about to turn into $1,000 off the 17 Pro Max. Say less. All right, let's do this Google Pixel deal because it's outrageously good. It's literally free. Okay. Any Pixel, any condition, I think is all you need to trade in. It needs to be a minimum trade-in value of $35 for up to $1,050 off. Okay. So how do you tell what value your trade-in is? Okay. Just go to AT&T trade-in values. You can see phone trade-in, find out what your device is worth. And this is really funny because basically the values you see here is not what people get. Like a 13 Pro Max, $215 or a $1,295. Anyway, the bottom line is you need this number on this website to say the phones you have are $35 or more. Okay, that's an iPhone 11. That is crazy old. You can trade that in and you'll get the full $1,050 off a Google Pixel 10 Pro. All right, or $1,250 off the, I just triggered my assistant, my new assistant, the Pro XL, right? So device, high probability you're going to get that for free. All of AT&T's plans are eligible. They say, here's the thing, they say starting at $75.99 a month before discounts, right? If you go look at AT&T's plans, all right, let's pull these up, AT&T.com. If you look at their plans, you will be like, well, wait a minute. Why do they list the 4-line prices? Great question. All right. Starter says it's $65. So is it not eligible? The promo said $75. Well, it turns out this is factoring in the auto pay and paperless billing discount. Okay. So that means AT&T Unlimited Starter before the discount, which is exactly what the wording says, is over $75 and it is eligible. So if you want the best deal, let's do 4 lines on this. What are we looking at? $36, 36 times 4 lines, $144. Now, of course, taxes and fees are going to be like $6 a line, which stinks. So that would be, say, $24. You're just around $168 per month. All right. So that's going to be $18 over your budget, but it does get everyone a free phone, and there is no better deal. I take that back immediately. I think if you got Mint's $15 plan and like paid for the devices, that would net be cheaper, but you have to pay up front for the devices. Or do you? Mint Mobile. Can we save you even more money with Mint? Let's do phones. Deals? Deal on a phone? Pixel 10 Pro. Are you guys looking at this? Cool. Let's say, what, JP, what device do you use? I'm going to say you're a, are there no other deals? Well, we'll use Pixel again because Google is just allowing you to do so much. Yeah, you can get a year of unlimited for $15 a month. And I think you can finance this. Dang, $86 a month with the firm. That's, so you can finance it, but it still is going to be, like, your net monthly payment will be higher. Your net total payment will be lower, but your net monthly will be higher. 86 a month. Yeah, well, I tried. JP, that was kind of a long-winded answer, but I think the cheapest option will be AT&T. It will be doing one of their deals. And the reason is because specifically AT&T allows customers on their starter plan to get access to their best device promotions. It'll be locked to AT&T. It'll be a 3-year contract. It may not be ideal, but gosh darn, is it very affordable for 4 lines. So that's what I'll say. All right, what else we got cooking in the chat? What about Boost Mobile Unlimited with a phone plan? Caleb, if this is in reference to what we were just talking about, Boost is great for a single line. I do like them for a single line, right? You go in, they've got their infinite access for iPhone plan. Bam. This is going to be so funny, you guys. Today, it is $65 a month, and you get $830 off the iPhone 16 models. Literally, if it's not tomorrow, it'll be the day the iPhones come out. It'll be $65 a month, and guarantee you, I might eat my words on this, but I don't think so. I think it'll be $1,000 off the iPhone 17 models, right? And for a single line, this is actually a good deal. Effectively, what you're doing is you're paying $65 a month plus like $2 in taxes and fees, so $67 a month for both the phone and the service. That is a good deal. We did touch on it earlier. You can save money with Visible, right? You can get Visible's Plus plan, which is $29 a month right now. Finance the phone, and you're at under that. Let's see, 29 plus 33, 62 a month, right? 62 versus 67. You save a little bit with Visible. You do get a way better plan with Visible, so I would 100% consider that. And Visible's phone unlocks after 60 days, which is also incredible. Anyway, I'm hyping Visible up a lot. I would do Visible, but Boost's plan is not an unreasonable offer for both the phone and service. Now, of course, you could save even more money by doing like Mint's deal, right? Like, they're absolutely cooking right now. $15 a month. So good. Or you could save even more money with US Mobile's deal, right? You go with the annual option, $16.60 a month for a year. That's also crazy good. So, anyway. Big Tank. Oh, you guys are like more knowledgeable than I am on this. Big Tank. Big brain move. Total says you can get 4 free Moto G Stylus 5Gs. Man. This is crazy. You guys are like min-maxing phones up the wazoo right now. All right, JP, it is possible. Boom. You can get 4 free Moto G Stylus 5G phones on Total Wireless. Now, am I going to advocate for this? Honestly, probably not. If I'm in your shoes, I would strongly consider getting a gently used flagship phone over a new budget phone, right? You go on Swappa, my favorite website of all time. I was actually just thinking about this. I bought my laptop on Swappa, right? That means my whole YouTube channel for the past like 3 years has been powered off of a Swappa purchase. Crazy. Anyway, let's say, look, Pixel 9 was a great phone, and you can get a Pixel 9 starting at $300, $499. Wait, this actually makes US Mobile's deal pretty good. I'm saying like $399. No photos though. That's a red flag. $374. How about that? Right. All right. It's got some scratches on the bottom. That was out of focus. That probably looks fine. Maybe there's some scratches on the screen. That these photos are not good. It would probably be usable, is what I would say. What is going on here? That's the camera bar. Okay. Camera bar, phone, top. Perfect. Yeah. Look, it's okay. Bottom line is it's a reasonable price, and I would consider, I think a Pixel 9 is going to perform better than a Moto G, right? But it's, you know, it's what you got in your budget. Oh man, this is going back to the AT&T promo. Galaxy S10e or newer qualifies for $35 for that trade-in. That is insane. That is so old. Also, I'm just noticing now we peaked at over 300 concurrent viewers, which is insane. So if you're new here and you're watching, please hit the like button. If you enjoy this content, ask a question and I will answer for you. We do have some super chats coming in, so let me go ahead and answer those. Tommy's saying, don't forget to like and subscribe. Appreciate that. Demon Abummy from $100.11, excuse me, 100, I said that totally wrong. From $111 with Verizon to $32.50 per month with US Mobile. Thanks to you. I am so happy to hear that. I'm definitely going to screenshot that and share it on the social medias. Always love saving people money, and that is just makes me smile. You know, like, that's a great deal. That is a great deal. All right, I kind of smiled for that. We'll see that later. Happy to say, like, oh, that's so good. Michael, thank you so much for your generosity and support. Appreciate you. Hey, I have T-Mobile Go5G Next. Should I stick it or upgrade? Differences. All right, so the answer for TJ was to switch to an MVNO. Let's end TJ. Let's make a new poll. This one is going to be for Michael here. I'm curious what you guys think. What are you paying for Go5G Next? Oh, hang on. Copy, paste, stick or switch? Stick, switch. Start poll. Michael, I'm in your shoes. Yeah, you got to run the numbers is what it comes down to. How much is T-Mobile going to offer you for your old device? How often do you upgrade your phone? What's the situation? If you like upgrading every year, which is what I do, it's so expensive. Why do I do this? But I love it. If you like upgrading to the new iPhone every year, or the new Pixel phone every year, or the new Galaxy phone, oh, is this lighter? I think the Pixel phone might be lighter than the iPhone. That's actually kind of nice. If you like upgrading every year, then I would stick. T-Mobile Go5G Next lets you upgrade your phone every single year. You get the best deals T-Mobile offers. Well, you previously got the best deals T-Mobile offers, and I still think you should. Go5G Next is not that old. Then you can upgrade every year, and that's incredible. Or 2 years or 3 years. So that is definitely potentially a big value add. If you're like, yo, I only upgrade every 3 years or 4 years, I'd probably look at switching. Go5G Next does have those perks, your Apple TV Plus, your Netflix, your free in-flight Wi-Fi, your other perks that I'm forgetting. That could be a big value add as well. I think for me, when I did the math, it was like $28 per month. And that's nothing to sneeze at, right? Like that counts for something. So it's up to you. Again, when I run the numbers, I generally find probably 9 times out of 10, it makes sense to go with an MVNO, especially for one line, right? Like, think of me. I go with US Mobile. I pay their $25 plan. I can get any phone I want to. I do a trade-in with Google. Like, for this Pixel phone, I'm trading in a iPhone 16 Pro Max. I get $800 off. I spend like $500 or whatever on the new phone. It's a great deal. And I save a lot of money on my service because I'm only paying $25 instead of, what was Go5G Next? That was like $100, right? Yeah. So something to consider. All right, Michael, follow up. Upgrade every year and view it as renting, basically. That's so fair. And I have one line, $105 a month. So it goes up like a few bucks every year. Wow. All right. Can we do better? I'd be curious, do you use the perks? And what is your average data usage? Because that could potentially save you a lot. I mean, I've still run the numbers though. I've run the numbers, Michael, and I'm gonna pull them up. Let me stop sharing this. Let me stop sharing it. Adds it to stream. Awesome. Let me share this one instead. And let me go ahead and find it first. Cheapest way to get a new Pixel every year. Are you an iPhone person? I'm gonna assume iPhone. If you're not an iPhone, forgive me. I assume iPhone because I love iPhone, and it's my bias, and I apologize for that. Yeah, here we go. This is it. Is this in the right order? This is in the right order. Bam. Share screen. Man, it's just so good. I love this stuff. All right. We're also going to remember to add it to the stream. Oh, there it is. And we're going to move some stuff around because we want the cost per year. Let's just slap that way over here. There's a problem because I merged the cells. All right, we need to unmerge this. There we go. Bam. All right, you're one line. So what did I do? You obviously can't see anything because it's like an ant crawling on your screen. iPhone 16 Pro Max. 1 year upgrading costs. This is updated last year, 2024. Good times last year, good times. I remember I would wait, this is a side tangent, I would wake up early, literally go sit outside, watch the sunrise, and just like crunch numbers in a spreadsheet and make my keynote presentation. Great video, by the way, how to, like, cheapest way to upgrade your iPhone every year. And we'll answer it right now in 2 seconds. So what did I do? I did the plan, like cost of the plan, cost of the phone. I looked at upfront credit, bill credits, the new phone cost, the financing term, if it was a financing thing, if there was a buyout, like if you had to buy the phone out after, like before, like you didn't pay it off, so you had to buy it out. In your case, you don't have to do that, right? Because Go5G Next doesn't do that. Net annual phone cost, the plan, and then your monthly total. Most importantly, I looked at the cost per year. The most affordable option, it turns out, is to sell your phone yourself on Swappa and buy the phone directly from Apple and then get a $25 plan. This can be Visible Base, this can be US Mobile, this can be Mint Mobile, any plan that's $25 or less. And that came out to $700. Next most affordable option, trading in directly with Apple. And when you trade in directly with Apple, your cost per year comes out to $849. So this is, you bought your iPhone from Apple at full price. We can also hide this, I'm just realizing. Bam. You buy your iPhone from Apple at full price. You get a $25 unlimited plan. You trade it into Apple every year. Net cost per year, $849. Honestly, not too bad, right? Then we have Boost Plan. We talked about it. Boost Plan, it's not the best plan with only 30 gigs of high-speed data, but it's not bad. $872.37. Boost just lets you do pretty much exactly what you do with Go5G Next. You effectively rent the phone and you just trade it in every year for the new one. Fourth place, Swappa with a $45 plan. All right, this ups the plan to, now you're looking at Visible Plus Pro, you're looking at US Mobile Unlimited Premium, basically flagship level plans, but at half the price. So that is something seriously to consider. Apple had their iPhone upgrade program with Boost. That was reasonable. I probably wouldn't do that. AT&T Unlimited Starter with Next Up Anytime. I was shocked at this. This one, I mean, granted, it's now more expensive than Swappa by quite a bit, but wasn't necessarily a terrible deal and was cheaper than Apple when you did the trade-in deal through them. But anyway, AT&T Unlimited Starter with Next Up Anytime. If Starter fits your needs in terms of a cell phone plan, not necessarily a bad option to consider. Then we've got, oh, this is perfect because I did this right when we still did Go5G plans. Trading in directly with Apple and getting a $45 plan, such as Visible Plus Pro, US Mobile Unlimited Premium, literally anything that's $45 or less per month, $1,089. That is over $200 cheaper per year than T-Mobile Go5G Next. Now, you could get extra value from some of the features included in T-Mobile, right? T-Mobile, I guess I don't even know what T-Mobile includes anymore. So I don't even think I have it on my website because I archived it. Sorry about that. We'll go back to T-Mobile. We'll do their plans. Your plan might come with some different features, but let's just do, where's the comparison? View and compare plans. Perfect. We have one line. Really what's most important is the entertainment, in my opinion. Oh, dang, they've got Hulu now. That's awesome. Netflix, standard with ads, Apple TV Plus, Hulu. If you get value from these perks and features, that could make it more worth it. But what the numbers are telling us is if you like to get the newest iPhone every year, the most cost-effective options are basically doing a direct, like the easiest option, do a direct trade-in with Apple every year. They'll give you about, I think like $650, I think is what it is. Yeah. Apple will give you $650 for your old phone. You buy the new one, and the real savings are in the cheap cell phone plan. And the more, right, if you go to the $25 plan, where is that? Apple trade-in $25 plan, you save like $500 per year over Go5G Next, right? So that's what I would say. 66% right now in the poll saying Switch to an MVNO. All right, Michael, I see your other super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You have the 16 Pro Max. I use all the perks to enjoy T-Mobile service, but is the new plan better? I normally order it through Apple and it links to my carrier and use anywhere from 65 to 115 gigabytes. I use my phone a lot for work. All right. I'm just thinking right now. Yeah, I mean, the real nuance comes down to those perks. Let's say, all right, let's add them up. Let's add them up. This is for you, Michael. Let's say Netflix. How much is Netflix standard? All right, Netflix standard is $18 per month. Cool. Let's say Apple TV Plus. I think that's like $12 a month now. So let's say we're at 30. Hulu, 7, 8, 38 bucks. I mean, that's an extra $38 a month in savings. So if you added 38 times 12, $456 per year in perks. This is actually like, it'd be worth it to see exactly how much value you get from the perks specifically. But if you are getting an extra $38 a month, $456 per year in perks, you add 456, let's see, it was 849 plus 456, 1305. T-Mobile would be cheaper. Yeah. Tommy's saying, Tommy, thank you so much for the chat, by the way. Just making the message be known. See if your work will comp you. Yeah, Michael, I think I'm in your shoes, right? You're a high data user. You enjoy T-Mobile's coverage and service, and you're getting good value from the perks. It's probably worth it to stick. I think it's worth it to stick to T-Mobile. They're giving you good device deals. Look, of the big carriers, right? Here's the sheet. Of the big carriers, we got T-Mobile Go5G Next as basically the most affordable option, right? Then we have Verizon Unlimited Plus, then the iPhone upgrade program, then T-Mobile Go5G Plus, then Verizon Unlimited Ultimate, then AT&T Unlimited Starter, then T-Mobile Go5G Plus again. And so some of these were done directly through Apple, and then some were done outside Apple. So yeah, I would say stick. I think the honest, as much as I love prepaid carriers and MVNOs and like how much the savings can be, I think with the value you get from your perks, it's probably worth it to stick. I think at the end of the day, it's probably worth it to stick. So I hope that's helpful. You're getting a great deal. The good news is you're getting a great deal pretty much no matter what. Just depends, like if you want the unlocked phone, what features you get, what value you get. I think you're getting a lot of great value right now. I'd probably stick if I were in your shoes. All right, let's hit some other questions. Thank you guys so much. Netflix standard with ads. Ooh, $8. Still, I mean, that's, it's like $20 a month extra. That's still 20 times 12, $240 per year. The savings gap closes dramatically. The convenience of T-Mobile is nice. The perks of the plan are nice. Like, it's really hard to match those with a prepaid carrier. So it might be worth it to stick. Do you think US Mobile will implement QCI 7 on Dark Star? Yes, US Mobile has officially announced they will offer QCI 7 on Dark Star. I got a beta line to test out, and then somewhat awkwardly on stream, I tested it, and it looked like it was QCI 8 all of a sudden. So let's see if it shows up. Yeah, QCI 8. That's crazy. Is it because I have 2 SIMs? No. Yeah, I mean, I can show you guys again. Look, there it is. Blurry, in focus. Bam, QCI 8. It's the second one down here. There it is, right there. QCI 8. You see that? Crazy. Anyway, it will be there. I guess I'll have to work with the team to get that sorted, but it's coming. It'll be expensive. Stetson, what plan do you currently use for your personal line? My personal line, let me find it on the Best Phone Plan site here. Best phone plans. I was thinking of switching. Should I switch? I probably should. If I were to take my own advice, I would be on a different plan that was cheaper than what I'm on now. So maybe I should go ahead and do it. But let me add this in. Share screen, window, pow. The plan I'm on, if I go to plans. And wait for my site to load. Bated breath. Oh my gosh, so many great questions and super chats. It is here it is. Found it. All right, you guys can see this. Perfect. We can just zoom way in. This is my personal plan. US Mobile Unlimited Starter Warp. Of the 400 plus plans in my database, I have chosen this specific plan. US Mobile Unlimited Starter Warp, $25 a month with 70 gigabytes of high-speed data and then unlimited data at 1 megabit per second. It is deprioritized now. I got locked into that priority data though, QCI 8. Not that I would really notice the difference, but I've got it. 10 gigs of hotspot, 720p video streaming, and a bunch of add-ons for international features that I have yet to use. And here's the funny thing. I'm paying $25 a month for 70 gigs of data. And I use 6 gigabytes per month. I'm overpaying for data I don't need. And that, honestly, that is the thesis of of MobileX, right? MobileX is out here. They're like, yo, you need 3 gigs. I think that was actually an underestimate. I think I need more like 6 or 8 gigs. But still, you need 3 gigs. Here's 3 gigs for $12. Basically, cut my bill in half from what I was paying with US Mobile. And that's not nothing. That's $120 a year, right? So maybe I should switch. If I were to switch, I probably would stick with US Mobile. I'd probably opt for their 5 gig buy the gig plan for $15 and then just do an auto top up. And the probability is most of the time it would be cheaper than $25. Some of the time, if I went over, I'd pay a little extra. All right, we have a bunch of super chats coming in. Let's go through these. You guys are so generous. Thank you so much for all the support. Tommy Shields, so far with the Switch, what feature do you miss most from iPhone, and what Android feature do you wish was most on the iPhone? From No One Man. Oh, I was going to answer Trevor's question anyway. Trevor, thank you so much. And thank you, Tommy. Yeah, so what do I miss most? I would say immediately, iMessage, right? I can show you, I think I have a screenshot here that sums it up nicely. Let me go ahead and see if I can find it. Yeah. My friend literally said, you can share this screenshot, right? So this is using the message reactions feature in an RCS chat between iPhone and Android. And my poor iPhone friends, they strongly dislike me right now because if I like a message, so what happened is I liked a message and then I was like, wait, I don't want to like this message. I want to do a fingers crossed emoji. So then I unliked the message and then I did the fingers crossed emoji, and RCS sent a new message for each one of those actions and quoted the text. Now, this doesn't happen all the time. I tested it on another iPhone that I have, on Visible, as a matter of fact, and it worked great. So this was the chat that I had. I was liking and reacting to stuff, and it worked perfectly. But I think iMessage is undeniably incredible in terms of the seamlessness, the functionality, the way you can reply to messages in a thread is really nice. Love that. Face ID, incredible. I really miss Face ID. You just look at your phone, it's unlocked, and it stays on the lock screen. Here's the thing with Pixel, right? If you do the face unlock, then it will stay on your lock screen, and that's great. But if it doesn't work for some reason, or you just set it up to do the fingerprint unlock, well, you never see your lock screen. You're just, bam, you're on your home screen. The other things I miss, I will say widget uniformity right now. So these are some widgets that I'm using. Habit Kit to track getting outside, getting outdoor sunlight, and doing a 30-minute workout per day. I did go to CrossFit today, so let me check that off. The widgets just don't look as good. If I bring up my iPhone here, like this, well, the iPhone is in yellow mode, so let me turn off night shift, excuse me. I love the consistency of the widget size, uniformity, and text size. I think widgets do look better, at least in my eyes, on iPhone. Look, these widgets, they're like all different sizes. They're different shapes. Here's the other one, the widget, the weather widget. Apple event, CrossFit. I don't think these look as good, at least to me. Some things that I do love on Android, this calendar widget, not that you guys need to like see all of my events, but infinitely scrollable. Okay, that is incredible. I love that. I think the calendar widget does look really good. I love that. Another thing I miss on iPhone, let me pull up my notes app. Quick note. You have a word. I just typed out flabbergasted, right? you can double tap it and you can say, wait, is it not showing up? Add link, format, look up. There's a button to look up the word, okay? Maybe I'm unique here, but I use that all the time. I don't think Pixel has that. So that is definitely a bummer. What do I wish iPhone had that Pixel has? Notifications, okay? I used to think when people said Android does notifications better, I had no idea what they meant. They both show up on both devices. They stack on iPhone, right? It's not bad, right? Like there's a stack of notifications, and you guys don't really need to see all my notifications, but I thought it was fine. Android does it way better. What do I mean by that? They make notifications that you can take actions on. Take this Tesla notification, for example. You tap it, you immediately have actions where you can unlock it. You can open the front trunk, or you can, what does that one last one say? You can open the rear trunk, right? Instant action. You get a Gmail notification. You can typically read almost the whole email and reply right there. You can take action on notifications, and I love that. I think that's really smart. What are some other things? I really like just how everything, like the design of the OS, where all the colors will change to match your wallpaper. I think that's kind of fun and cool. Yeah, iMessage, Face ID, definitely mentioned that. Okay, the app drawer. This is genius. This is basic and this is genius. Single alphabetized list of all your apps. It sounds so silly and mundane, but on iPhone, right? You go over, they're like, oh, they have this now. You go over to your, what do they call this? App library. This is garbage. Why? Because you never know what category your app is in. I mean, I helped build the coverage map app, right? Is it maps and navigation? Is it a utility? Does it go on some other category? I mean, yes, everything is auto-categorized, but I find like, why is Reddit in my, like my weather app is in my information and reading with Reddit? Is that the right group? Like, I think Reddit should go in social media. And then I have like this other group with just random. No, this is a disaster. I think the app library on iOS is a disaster. It should be an alphabetized list. Like, yes, you can kind of get that with this view, but then you're looking at one app at a time. This is just awful. Awful. One thing I do like, if you search for stuff in the settings app on iPhone, the settings search sucks. Let me see if I can do a basic one. Okay, that one worked. How about... Okay, search is actually working for me right now. Maybe it was a bug on iOS 26 that I was getting. But I will say, so far, I do think search is a little bit better. Oh, man. This is crazy. This is really big. The swap data Apple shortcut. Apple shortcuts, period. Forgive me if I am a beginner when it comes to Android, but the ability to have a toggle, right? Oh, sorry, it just like swiped over. To swap what SIM is being used for cellular data, I don't think there's any way to do this on Android. And if there is, I have not yet taken the time to find out. But I miss this so much. Like, oh man. And the Apple Shortcuts app, allowing you to automate certain tasks where you leave your house and your lights turn off, you return home, your lights turn back on. It's nice. Apple Shortcuts is really nice and really powerful. I have not yet found those in Android. Yeah. That's what I'd say. All right, that's what comes to mind now. I don't want to spend too much time on that, but I'm putting together some notes on some things I like and don't like. Maybe I should get notifications. Oh, data usage and analytics. Okay, on Pixel, Android is just amazing. Where did I put my settings app? Sorry about that. Settings. Network and internet. SIMs. Wait, is it the SIM? I don't know. Here we go. App data usage. This view on Android is incredible. You have the option to change your billing cycle, view your data usage. You can see how much data each app is using. You see your total usage per cycle. Incredible. Apple, what are you doing? you go in and you scroll down to settings, cellular, and you go down and it's like current period, right? 2.7 gigabytes. But this could have been reset 3 years ago on a different iPhone and transferred over. One of the least helpful things ever. So I strongly dislike that. What's also really funny, I just realized the other day. So Pixel phones, I don't know if you guys know this. Pixel phones have sort of a network signal mode, right? Star pound, 4636, pound star, right? And they have updated it. It says phone testing information v2. And now, tell me this doesn't look familiar. I have to show, this is my, it's not, okay, data network, here we go. Gotta make sure, almost showed my number on screen, not a good move. US Mobile, let me make sure my phone number is not on the screen. Okay, that's not my phone number, that's good. Yeah, okay. They updated their network info screen. Tell me that doesn't look like the iPhone, right? With the SIMs on the top, and you can just boop, swap over. That is hilarious. But this does tell you what you're connected to, right? You can see all the info on the bottom there, which is pretty cool. So anyway, I hope that helps answer your question. I think that's a great question. Yeah, iPhone has field tests, like it's a total copy. Total copy. All right. Rodrigo, Stetson, so US Mobile's $25 plan gives more data than Telo's $25 plan for 35 gigs of data. Rodrigo, you are absolutely correct. US Mobile gives you 70 gigs of data on the T-Mobile network, which is double what Telo gives you. So there you go. Joseph, hey, how's it going? Ray, Samsung has something similar called Bixby routines that kind of approximate Apple shortcuts, but it's not exactly the same. That is good to know. That is good to know. Ooh. Tommy Shields saying you can definitely replicate them with Macro Droid or Automate or Tasker, but it should definitely be a native feature. So I can look into that. I know Android is supposed to be customizable. That's funny. Oh, the other minor thing I miss, the lock screen widgets. I love having my next calendar event, the weather, and I'm big into UV index in Colorado because we're close to the sun and UV index is high and I don't want to like turn into a lobster. But I love having those on my lock screen. Google does not give you that option, right? I can get the weather. The weather's there by default, but I can't get the widgets. Now I know Samsung does the widgets and I like those, the lock screen widgets. So yeah, I miss those. And FaceTime, AirDrop, the list goes on. The list goes on. Keith, hi Stetson, how long does it typically take to switch carriers once the port has started? I would say 90% of the time, it's going to take 15 minutes or less. Unfortunately, 10% of the time, it can take 24 hours. I can give you an example. When I switched, when I signed up for MobileX, I actually ran into an issue. The port didn't go through immediately. I switched to MobileX. And it was coming from US Mobile. Now, US Mobile in the past, for me, I have initiated a port and then had to reach out to US Mobile to tell them to release the number. So I was like, oh, maybe that's a US Mobile thing. That's why it didn't go through immediately. And this was transferring again to MobileX. But it did go through. It took probably 8 to 12 hours for that one. Kind of weird. Like I initiated the port and they're like, yeah, we'll get to this eventually. And it was probably like 8 to 12 hours. And so I was like, oh, I'll give MobileX a second chance. I'll activate on their unlimited plan. I'll be able to test the QCI and I'll pour it in from AT&T and it'll go smooth. Nope. Ran into even more issues. I think that port took probably 48 hours. I actually think that was really long. Thankfully it wasn't a primary number, right? It was a secondary number. So I didn't need it, kind of forgot about it, just like left the phone on the table for a couple days. But it did take 48 hours. So that's most, again, 90%, 15 minutes or less. What did I port to recently? I think I ported a bunch of numbers into AT&T and no joke, it took like 10 minutes and I activated my AT&T line and it was awesome. So that's what I would say. OnePlus is awesome. Oh, I missed the super chat. I'm so sorry, you guys. Michael, boom. Thank you so much for your generosity and support. Currently on Verizon Unlimited and thinking about switching to Visible Pro, but want to also dual T-Mobile to check speed for a month. What plan would you recommend? All right, Michael, if I'm in your shoes, the good news is if you purchase a device unlocked or your current phone is unlocked, you can switch to visible and you're going to be good to go, right? So let's go visible plans. If I'm in your shoes right now, I mean, I really like Visible Plus, okay? I'm a little bit biased towards this one because I think it is the best overall value. $29 a month, unlimited priority data, unlimited hotspot data at 10 megabits per second, 1080p video streaming while on 5G ultra wideband. It's great value. If you wanted to upgrade to Pro, Pro is great. Really giving you a little bit faster hotspot data, some better international features, and the free smartwatch line included. If you got a smartwatch, go Visible Plus Pro. I don't think you need a smartwatch cellular plan, so I'd probably go Visible Plus. And then, boom, Mint Mobile's unlimited deal, $180 up front, gets you truly unlimited high-speed data on the T-Mobile network. This is unbeatable. That's what I would do. I would dual SIM. And what's crazy is this is less than a Verizon Unlimited plan, right? You dual SIM, let's say you do Visible Plus Pro. 39 plus Mint is going to be 15. What is that? 55 a month, basically, maybe 57 after taxes and fees. And you're getting unlimited priority on Verizon, and you're getting a sweet deal on Mint. And again, you can save $10 extra if you just drop down to the regular Visible Plus plan. So that's what I would do. I would do Visible and Mint. That's my dual SIM setup right now. I think that's the best of both worlds. If you wanted AT&T, you could also do US Mobile, but this does require report in. So kind of up to you how you want to play it. I mean, you really wanted to max this. You port your Verizon number into US Mobile. You get the US Mobile unlimited starter plan on AT&T for an insane price. And then you do the Mint Mobile plan. And you're looking at like $36 a month, probably after all taxes and fees, probably less, maybe even like $34 a month. And you're getting unlimited T-Mobile data and you're getting unlimited AT&T data. Where did the tab go? I lost it. Yeah, and you're getting unlimited AT&T data. So I hope that's helpful. We have some more super chats coming in. Vartan, thank you so much for your generosity and support. Stetson, did you reboot your phone to fix the QCI 7? And also, do you think Dark Star will get standalone NR? Genuinely have no idea about standalone NR. Maybe at some point. It seems like that has been challenging for carriers to implement. Oh, that's awkward. I meant to turn off my phone and I took a screenshot. So, all right, let's restart it. Let's see if we get that fixed. And if we don't, we'll find out. Dustin, thank you so much for your generosity and support. I appreciate you. What is the best plan for two lines, about 8 gigs a month each on the AT&T network with hotspot? I'm on US Mobile, buy one, get one now. And before that, used the $300 a year AT&T prepaid. So Dustin, already sounds like you're a champ. You're getting an insane value on your cell phone plan. What would be the best value for you? All right, what's going to my mind? I think this is how you do it. US Mobile, I mean, the starter for 1660 is insane, but that will obviously kick up after your first year. I think the shared data. So you're going to need 2 lines, and you need 8 gigs a month each. What would this do? Man, maybe that is the best deal. Yeah, if you're on the buy one get one right now, that's an insane promo. I was thinking a pooled plan would be good, but it's actually probably going to be more expensive. So what's the data top up? $2 per gigabyte. So you're going to need 16 gigs, and so that'll add 6 gigs for $12 extra, which would be $40 per month. And that's $20 per line per month. So $20 per line per month on the AT&T network. This does have hotspot. If you wanted a little bit more data, right, 4 extra gigs, you could do the $43 a month plan with that. The $43 a month plan with 20 gigs, $21.50 per line per month. That's hard to beat. I mean, if these promos end, it's almost worth going to just regular starter, right? Like $25 a month. That might be the the best option. This will be cheaper and potentially meets your needs and is totally worth it. That's probably what I would do. I don't think you can get anything much cheaper than this for 8 gigs each. So that's what I would say. Am I missing anything? All right, we're also gonna end this poll. Michael, 67% of people think you should switch to an MVNO. 33% think you should stick. I think I said you should stick, but I love that everyone's big on MVNOs, so I respect it. I respect. Yeah, I think, Dustin, to answer your question, it's probably this guy. Or, I mean, for $50 a month for 2 lines, getting truly unlimited, not that you need it, but it's a really good value. Just the regular unlimited starter on Dark Star. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. I don't think there's anything cheaper on AT&T. Let's find out. Let me first zoom out of this, and then here I can zoom in this way. The beauty. Oh, sorry, it's not loading. Let's quickly give that a old refresh. What else we got cooking? Uh-oh, is my Chrome frozen? No, here we go. Joseph, hey Stetson, do a OnePlus 12 review. Joseph, I hear you. I'm not sure if I'll do a review of the phone. I'm more of the phone plan kind of guy. The Pixel is kind of a new experiment, and it's been fun and a hassle at the same time. I'm excited to make a video on it though. I hope it's a good video. All right, we're gonna answer, Dustin, your question again. 2 lines. I'm just seeing if there's anything better I can do. 15 gigs, is that it? Well, I guess each line needs 8, but yeah, wow, holy smokes. Let's drop this down to like 10 gigs. Yeah, this is already starting you at like $30 a line. Wait, no, I'm mistaken. This is $30 total. $15 per line. But you need AT&T coverage. All right. Coverage AT&T. Oh, you know what? That's true. US Mobile's unlimited flex plan. Is that even still on their site? Yeah, this guy. $17.50 per month. 10 gigs of high-speed data per line, 5 gigs of hotspot. That's a really good deal. If you didn't want to do, I mean, if you want to do monthly, I would do the shared data. If you wanted to do annual, unlimited flex. Yeah, I think that's your best option. All right, confirmed. Tommy, thank you so much. Appreciate you. You're too generous, my friend. As of right now, before the Apple event, are you leaning towards switching to Pixel or going back to iPhone? Tommy, are you kidding me? I am so ready to go back to iPhone. It's not even funny. Like, I'm not gonna lie. The day I turned off iMessage, I just had that sinking, pin in your stomach feeling of like buyer's remorse, regret. What am I doing? It's so much of a hassle. Like, you're relearning things, and there's so many things I love. Like editing photos, for example, is another great one. Let me turn off. Oh, here, another one. Look, this is also crazy. I got really into health this past year, and like your circadian rhythm and stuff. And the irony is sitting in front of these 2 daylight balance lights right now is not good. But I have a shortcut where my phone automatically goes into red mode. No blue light, much easier on the eyes, helps you keep your body aligned with circadian rhythm. Like a good reminder for me at night to put my phone down. This looks absolutely insane. Who does this? Well, I do it. And quite frankly, I would love to do it on the Pixel. And you can't. All right, I tried it. There is an app that does like a red overlay. I think it's called Twilight. It does not look good. And there are color filter options on the Pixel, but they don't do the red light that I'm looking for. So I am sad to be missing that. And yeah, the photo editing, like, oh, there's just so many things I love about it. And iMessage and FaceTime and the way it works with my Mac and the video quality. I will say, one really cool thing I discovered about Pixel phones is it has a mode. How do I describe this? This is going to sound so bad, and forgive me for not being as technical with this. There's a mode on Pixel where you plug it into a PC, and it's like use as USB device. And then your Pixel shows up as like an external hard drive. and you can just drag and drop files between the Pixel and your computer, and it transfers over USB, and it's fast. iPhone doesn't do that, even though it has a freaking Thunderbolt port on it, but it doesn't do it. You have to airdrop it. It's awful. That drives me crazy. I wish the iPhone did that. I absolutely love that about Pixel. I'm high probability going to go back to iPhone, I think, is the answer. I'm curious in the chat. I mean, we got a bunch of people still here. What device are you using? We'll throw this up. Start a poll. What device are you using? Should we do multiple? Let's do iPhone. Let's do Samsung. Let's do, add an option, Pixel. And then let's do other. I don't want anyone else to feel left out, but those are the main ones. I would probably go back to iPhone. I miss it. The truth is I miss it. Switching to Pixel just made me realize how much I love iPhone. And I will say, I was thinking about this earlier. Pixel is way ahead on AI, but Apple, I think, is way ahead on everything else when it comes to usability, Apple shortcuts, widgets, just customizing your lock screen at this point. I would rather wait for Apple to catch up on AI than switch to Pixel to get AI. I also think the cameras are better on iPhone. And that's probably one of the biggest, the most important things for me. Not sure if it's a new phone, but battery life has been great on the Pixel. So that is interesting. Anyway, I appreciate the question. The Chaz, thank you so much for your generosity and support. When might QCI 7 launch on Dark Star? The Chaz, your guess is as good as mine. If we go to Reddit, oh, this is Plug starting an MVNO. Who asked about that at the beginning of the chat? That's so funny. Here it is. Reddit. Plug starting an MVNO. What is Plug? Plug's new mobile service. Plug. Explore our top tech deals of the week. I guess they sell tech. Maybe it's like Swappa. Huh. All right, anyway, this is a huge side tangent, so forgive me. Let's go back. Let's find the US Mobile subreddit. And best, probably like top, right? Here we go. VIPs get QCI 7. When is it launching? It is launching today for... It's in beta. It's only available on premium plans. There are only 5 more spots, so not a lot of people have access. The Chaz, I'm sorry to say, your guess is as good as mine. No idea. Genuinely no idea. So hopefully soon. If I were a betting man, I don't even want to bet on this. I would say by the end of the year, maybe, if we're lucky. The Chaz saying the 13 Pro, aka the GOAT. You know what, Chaz? You are absolutely right. The 13 Pro was the GOAT. ProMotion display, physical SIM slot, great 5G performance, way better than the 12 Pro. Great cameras. Oh, man. Okay, one thing I love about Pixel, the main camera, the big Chahona right there, great minimum focusing distance. The iPhone, this is also like kind of weird. iPhone, the main camera sucks with minimum focusing distance. Why does this matter to me? Again, got super into health this past year. Started tracking all my calories with Macro Factor. And I also logged all my food. And so I took a picture of it. And it was really annoying because I'd go to take a picture of my food on my iPhone. And the iPhone would be like, you're too close. And it would go to the ultra wide camera and crop in, which is like the worst quality photo you could possibly have. Now that I switched to Pixel, all of my food photos are looking fantastic. They actually almost look too good. Like the depth of field is so shallow. Not a lot of it is in focus. But I do love that. And I hope Apple fixes that with the new iPhone coming out tomorrow or being announced tomorrow, is what I'll say. All right, what else we got cooking in the chat? This has been a great stream. Stetson, US Mobile CEO said October for QCI 7. Okay, Vartan, but hear me out. When has US Mobile been on time for anything ever? End of the year, hopefully, if we're lucky. Scott, drives me nuts. I'm hoping you're talking about the camera minimum focusing distance, because that drives me nuts as well. Food Noms is a better macro tracker. Dat Boy Quick, I respect it. Maybe I'll check it out. I've been really into macro factor. Just because of how quickly it is to log food. I haven't logged everything today, but it's a great app. The developer of macro, I mean, this is pretty biased, but the developer of macro factor got pretty into it and wrote a blog post on how macro factor is faster than Fat Secret or MyFitnessPal or any of the other apps for logging food. So I really appreciate it, and I do like it. But I will look. I'll write it down. Do I put it in Apple Notes? No, I'm switching to Obsidian for notes. Create a new note, and we're just going to call it Food Noms. I'll check it out. Nick Star, would it be advantageous for me to keep my Helium $5 plan and get US Mobile Dark Star and $10 multi-network for Warp for all three for $50? I mean, Nick, if you want to do that, that's probably one of the best deals in the industry right now. So definitely worth it. Also, chat. 59%. This is crazy. 59% of you are on iPhone. 21% of you are on Samsung. 9% on Pixel. 12% other. I'm curious what that is. Probably OnePlus. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I actually think as an iPhone user, I would prefer Samsung. Hang on. Bam. We got one. Yeah, I think Samsung, of course, I haven't probably used this device. I think Samsung might be better. I don't know if better is the right word, but it's more similar to iPhone. And as someone coming from iPhone, similarities mean comfort. Like you feel more comfortable and familiar with stuff, and that makes it an easier transition per se. But yeah, on the lock screen, can I customize this? Yeah, add widgets. All right, let's add a battery. Boom. Let's add a clock. Digital well-being. Let's add maybe Samsung Health. Cool. Let's add maybe a reminder. Boom. Look. Look. It took me 2 seconds, and boom, I've got it. Right. Those widgets on the lock screen that I love. Maybe I should switch to Samsung. See what's up. Samsung does have some pretty cool cellular info stuff. But anyway, the truth is, back to Tommy, I'll probably go for, back to iPhone. Interesting. Those are pretty accurate numbers for North America. I'm glad we have a good sampling of North America in our chat today. Shout out to you guys. Samsung Fold is a great phone. Man, I picked up is this 7? Samsung. It's the Z Fold7. It is nice. All right. It feels nice when it's closed. When it's open, it's goofy is how I would describe it. Like it is a big canvas of a screen, but it doesn't give you that like confidence because it doesn't feel like you're touching glass, right? To me, it felt like you're more touching a plastic screen. Not that it's bad, but there's something really nice about the glass bricks is what I would say. So something for slabs for sure. I will say it is probably too big. I like a normal phone size. I'm the normal size. I would probably consider the regular Galaxy S25. And that is kind of a flaw almost with Samsung. Does the S25 have a zoom? What is it rocking for cameras? Let's do mobile and let's pull this up. What are we looking camera wise? S26 is almost out. I want just the regular S25. Great. 859. Oh, these are nice colors, you guys. Navy, silver, mint, ice blue. I kind of like the ice blue. Silver also looks good. The navy, 100%, I would probably get blue, black. I'm so boring. The coral. Pink gold doesn't look bad. Silver shadow. Actually, I do like silver shadow. That is pretty good too. Navy. Blue black. I'd probably get blue black. I'm so boring. I really wanted the specs on this bad boy. How do I do that? More on like a shop page. Mobile. Galaxy smartphone. And I want it. Are we still shopping? Like, how do I? I feel like a boomer right now. Like, how do I navigate the website? We're just back here. Specs. Here we go. Front camera, rear camera, 3x. Oof. iPhone's got digital zoom up to 30x, optical zoom 3x, optical quality zoom 2x. Huh. I'm not even sure if I understand what that means. But it's got a telephoto, right? If it's 3x, that's not terrible. I think 5x on the iPhone is much nicer, but anyway, I might give it a try. Why not? I'm in a chaos stage of my life. I've already inconvenienced my friends switching to green bubble, so like, why not switch to another green bubble? OnePlus 12R and Pixel 9. I respect it. Michael Pepper Tech. Stetson, I love how I can track my steps with an iPhone. None of the Android phones I've used do that. They all require a smartwatch for step tracking. Ooh, that is an interesting point. You're absolutely correct. I think on Pixel, you can use, I want to say Google Fit to track your steps. But I did start wearing the Pixel Watch. Maybe this is such a pain in my butt, but maybe I'll unpair the Pixel Watch and see if I can get that working. But I think if you use Google Fit, I think you can do it. Don't quote me on that. I might be mistaken. Samsung Fold is a GOAT phone. Maybe I should try it. Oh, but money. I need to make videos doing my modem tests, and then I need to probably sell inventory, clear out, and then I can buy some cool phones and just derp around with those. All right, we do have a super chat. Zahir, thank you so much for your generosity and support. I really appreciate you. I am on the iPhone upgrade program and US Mobile. I don't know how you swung that. That's crazy. Every year I have to switch to a big carrier, 3 for 1 month so I can upgrade my phone. I was wondering which one of the big 3 is better for a month line. I would probably do AT&T. Why not, right? Like, what are you trying to optimize for, right? You're trying to optimize for cost. And yeah, here we go. We can do this out. We got the best phone plan site pulled up. Let's knock this down. Let's see what filters do we have. Unlimited is fine. Cool. So really, we just need AT&T. We need T-Mobile. Boom, and we need Verizon. So annoying. I actually think, wait, we went over this previously on the stream. The way to do the Apple iPhone upgrade program and finance the phone, I think is this might only work with Apple Card though. Apple Card monthly financing, which is different. I'll say it anyway, and we'll quickly go through it. But I think if you select T-Mobile from Apple, then you will get the phone will come unlocked. You can skip signing into your T-Mobile account when you get the phone, and then you just have the phone. For your case with the iPhone upgrade program, I want to say AT&T because it's the cheapest, right? But don't they require you to I guess the phone is unlocked, and do you just cancel AT&T? I mean, I'm in your shoes. The worst AT&T plan, AT&T Value Plus VL. I don't even know if it's eligible for that service, to be honest with you. T-Mobile Essentials might not be a bad option if that's eligible, $60. Otherwise, unlimited starter is $66. Unlimited welcome, $65. Yeah, maybe T-Mobile Essentials at $60. Should we check that? T-Mobile Essentials. If it's eligible. If it's not eligible, then maybe just Verizon welcome. Essential Saver. This is it. $50 a month. There is probably no cheaper plan than this. And it's on a big carrier, so if you want to do it for a month and then do the upgrade program and then switch off, then yeah, I guess that's probably the move. Curious what you think. iPhone zoom camera is, I hope that's helpful. That's probably, I mean, I'm just optimizing for cost for you. Tommy is saying the iPhone's zoom camera is 5x optical and 6x digital. That makes sense. Yeah, because it's a 5x lens is what they put on there. And then you can zoom the 5x all the way up to 25x. So, all right, that makes sense. I love that. I love the 5x. It's one of my favorite lenses. The Pixel, I think they also put a 5x on. Yeah, 5x, but they have a 10x button. And I think their zoom lens is higher megapixel. But I'll tell you, I was doing some comparisons. The detail on the iPhone, I think, looked a little bit better than the Pixel for just 25x shots. And the colors of the photos, I think, looked better too. I'm curious to do another, like a photo comparison. That's what I love. I love watching those. So I'd be curious to make them or try making one. What else we got cooking? Dang, is it 8:30 already? How did that happen? Time is just flying. All right, we gotta wrap this up, everybody. I'll end on the 30 because I gotta like go to bed and get ready for iPhone day tomorrow. Joseph, Stetson, have you heard of Stand Up Wireless? I have not, Joseph. Should we take a look right now? Stand Up Wireless, government phone plans and tablets program. I'll be danged. 1.9 stars with 42 Google reviews. All right, your go-to Lifeline program distributor. Hey, if it works and it's affordable, sometimes it's all you need. Free monthly data. It's hard to say no to that. You will no longer need just Wi-Fi. Good. Nice selling point. That is what data is, I guess. 5G. I guess everyone has 5G. No monthly bills. No monthly bills. It's free data every month when you qualify. Oh, that's really nice. Dang. All right. About program, how to qualify. Top up minutes or data? Nope. Yeah, it looks like it could be a good option for people who are eligible for this. I wish they said what was included in their free plan, but just free data. That's all we got. It's just free. If you guys haven't voted yet on the poll, what device you're using, feel free to get your votes in, and I'll probably end that because we're going to be wrapping up. But honestly, really cool. A lot of iPhone users. That kind of makes sense. I do make a lot of videos on iPhone because I like iPhone, and that's not really fair to the Pixel fans or the Samsung fans. Samsung fans, I see you. Pixel fans, I see you. I mean, I'm literally trying out a Pixel right now. So I'll try and make a video soon on like the cheapest way to get a Pixel, but now I've got to do like cheapest way to get an iPhone. And that'll be pretty top of mind with the event tomorrow, but there we go. Cheapest unlimited data only plan. I don't even think there's an option for that. Code with Ven. I'm in your shoes. You want cheap, you want data. The best option right now, there's two. US Mobile Unlimited Starter on promo. You have to port in. You have to activate on Dark Star, which is AT&T. $199 for 12 months. Comes out to $16.60 per month. Best deal on the AT&T network. You want T-Mobile. That's going to be Mint. Mint Mobile's unlimited plan, $15 a month. $180 up front. Those are the best truly unlimited plans available right now. Unbeatable. Cheapest way to get a Samsung Fold. Pretty please. All right, Z10e, this is for you. I have been thinking about this more than I should. Swappa, get ready for it. You're not going to be happy about this, but we're going to start somewhere. Z Fold6. Oh my God. $783. That is cheaper than the all-new Pixel 10 Pro and the Pro XL. Navy blue, right? Good condition. Wireless Nexus. 30 reviews. Seems pretty good. Do we look at it? This is so cheap, you guys. It's last year's model. It's not as cool as the new one, but gosh darn, is it, look, and it's got some scratches, and that's fine. You expect that. But otherwise, I mean, inside looks mint. Dang. All right. What is the Z Fold7 going for? Oh my God, it's already dropping. 1370, 1319, unlocked, jet black, mint condition. We got a video, guys. Do we watch the video? Okay, that's definitely a phone. It's definitely there. It's definitely the phone in the listing. Oh, he's got the box too, you guys. Box is included. It's interesting that it ships unfolded. That's kind of funny to me. Okay, now the fold turns on. That's great. It's got a classy looking wallpaper. All right, we don't need the video again. How do I get out of here? Escape the video. Bam. I mean, that's it. 1319. Honestly, not bad. Okay, the case, what is going on? I don't think that's the move. What else we got cooking here? 1339. Oh, it looks so good. Okay, the blue looks really nice, everybody. The blue looks really nice. Wow. Wow. Anyway, the Fold 6 and the Fold 7 are vastly different. If you're going to review a Fold, make sure it's the 7. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. Kyle Crow, yeah, the best deals are getting last year's flagship phones normally. It's true. It's true. You probably save so much money. Someone should run the numbers on that. Maybe that someone is me. Maybe I should do it. Tablet or hotspot? Mint did work in tablets, I think. What else we got cooking? Be sure to hit the like button. Thank you. We're already over when I said I was going to stop. All right. That buyer's remorse. Yeah. I don't know. Dustin, I think it makes sense. I mean, I have some scratches on my screen, but not too many. And the screen protector, I feel like, adds distance between your finger and the screen. Like, you don't really feel like you're touching the apps and the icons and everything. It's nice to just, yeah, feel like you're interacting directly with the interface. You get the most clarity and contrast with no screen protector. Realistically, if you use a case, I think you're not super likely to get scratches. Is my, like, all of my test phone, I mean, I guess they mostly just like sit over there, but they're mostly scratch free. So yeah, sometimes you get scratches and that's okay. The phone case shade, that is not the move. I mean, I'm all good with cases. I got the case, the Pixel case. I actually don't really like this color case. Like, Moonstone looks awesome. The Moonstone case does not look awesome. That's my hot take. But I'm big on cases. I mean, if I had it my way, I probably wouldn't use a case. But I carry so many phones with me that it's worth it to get a case. Big on cases, not big on screen protectors. That's my hot take. That's my hot take. My screen protector fell off, and I noticed my screen looked more vibrant. Sometimes happens. What if you drop it on concrete? Then it breaks, and you get it fixed. Life and death, no problems with abused battery. How would be sure, except on used phones? Yeah, I mean, battery could be an issue. That's totally valid. I think so for a year-old phone, you're probably fine. And a lot of, like, if we do iPhones here, 16 series, let's 16 Pro Max. Oh, maybe I should sell mine on Swappa. No, I think trading it into Google, I think I get more money. And it's easy. I just, like, put it in a box. Here's one. So fair. Look, you can see the percentage. Can you guys see that? We'll zoom in a little bit. 80% battery. So I probably wouldn't pick up an 80% battery health, but then you get some gems like this. This one's selling 100% battery health, 16 Pro Max, $900. You know, like it's in fair condition, and you're getting that new battery. So, gee, someone did not bother cleaning those? What is going on? It's like all smudged up. Guys, clean your phones before you take pictures. Gee whiz. Let's go back. Let's see if there's another one. 100%. Here's one. 100% desert gold. Oof, 96. They probably did like an Apple warranty replacement or something. I don't know how these people do it, but well, I guess I sold a phone that had 100% battery. Looks nice. It's good color. Dang. Wait, mine has like 100% battery. It's over. Where is it? It's over there. Maybe I should sell it on Swappa. Get more money than trading it into Google. I will think about it. I will think about it. But unfortunately, you want to sell it like immediately because, I mean, everyone's going to be upgrading this week or next week. All right. I think I got tired. I went for 2.5 hours. Crazy. I love talking with you guys. I love helping you out. Just Do I prefer iPhone or Android when it comes to managing multiple phone lines? iPhone easily for one specific feature right now. Where is it? Here it is, this phone. Apple shortcuts, the ability to swap your data with the tap of a button. I said to my fam and I are traveling to the US for 15 days. Which MNOs or MVNOs should I choose, or should I just use the free trials offered by the networks? Hey, if it's free, why not, right? Grab that. US Mobile has some low-cost plans I really like. Tello's pretty cheap. Depends on how much data you want. Maybe you could get an eSIM, international eSIM. So, yeah, I hope that's helpful. All right, I'm tired. I gotta go. You guys are amazing. I'm gonna sign off. I hope you have an awesome Monday. For the, what was it, like 70% of you who are watching the Apple event tomorrow, I hope you have a wonderful Apple iPhone Day. iPhone Day Part 1, as I like to call it. Part 2 is when the device actually ships out. But yeah, hopefully you have a wonderful Apple event, and enjoy the rest of the week. It's going to be an awesome week. I'm so excited to see what Apple announces tomorrow. Evolution Guy, when is your next live? I go live every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, except for the few days that I don't. But every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern. All right. I will see you guys. Hopefully you have an amazing week. Bye.